Good afternoon. Good to have you aboard. I'd like to welcome those folks that are willing to listen to some amateur radio chatter. Welcome to Amateur Radio Rumblings and some other things. But the main event is going to be the 12 days of Christmas. This is December 22nd, 2023, the second day of winter. We certainly know that here in the New York, Long Island area. My name is Peter. My personal call is Whiskey to Juliet Victor, located in Northport, New York. Now it's 37 degrees with a very light wind. Well, as I mentioned in my preview, we'll do a quick talk about amateur satellites. So what is an amateur satellite? Well, in 1961, the Project Oscar Group out of California, where else, formed Project Oscar. And in 1961, barely, I guess it was a year, they really were formed in perhaps 59 or 60. But in 61, 4 years after Sputnik, just 4 years, they launched Oscar 1. Oscar 1 was the first amateur satellite that was ever launched. The first amateur satellite, in fact, that was launched aboard a government rocket. And it was in space for about 55 days. So, a little bit more about amateur satellites, and let's go to let's go see what does an amateur satellite look like. Okay, let's see here. Okay, there it is, right there. That is a CubeSat. It is basically 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. It weighs about 3 pounds. And that is a replica of AO-92. AO-92 is in orbit. Now, people often say, well, isn't it expensive to get involved with the amateur satellites? And the answer is no, not really. You probably have the equipment in order to basically begin to listen and to transmit if you have a technician license and above. And what I mean by that, if you have a dual band radio via two VFOs, one for 70 centimeters and one for 2 meters, because of the size of the satellite, we can put two radios in it. So we have an uplink and a downlink. And that is how you communicate with it. With one radio, you're a little bit of a disadvantage because you can't hear yourself. And then it would help to have some gain, perhaps a Yagi antenna. A lot of folks start with just one radio, like the Yaesu FT50 as an example. And then they may, from there, after listening to a few passes and maybe working a pass, high elevation pass, then they're able to perhaps go to two radios. So anyway, where do you get all this information? AMSAT.org, AMSAT.org, Radio Satellite Corporation of America, and it's a nonprofit organization, all volunteers. So you can stop in at that site and find out more information about all this about amateur radio satellites in space. And I will be doing a talk at Ham Radio University, January 6, 2024, at CW Post on Long Island, CW Post College. This will be an in-person event. First one we've done since the COVID issue 3 years ago, and we will be live. So if anyone is in the area, please join us on January the 8th. You can go to hamradiouniversity.org for more information. So that's a little tickler about what the amateur satellites are about. It's easy to do. Again, you mostly have the equipment. Perhaps you'll need a Yagi antenna, handheld antenna, elk, or an arrow to get started. All right, so we're here to talk about the 12 days of Christmas and to work some stations. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to look for a frequency, and then we're going to post it and begin to make contacts. So thank you very much. And I want to thank those folks that are coming over from Larry's group, K7HN. And thank you very much. And thanks for the bandwidth for me describing what I'm doing. Anyway, here we go. Looking now, we're going to go to the Flex, and we're going to look for stations to work. Stand by here. Stand by. And let's see. Okay.
Contest from Victor Alpha 7 Radio. Victor Alpha 7 Radio.
Desktop. So now you're seeing my Flex 6400M basically Spectrum. That's the pan adapter, wonderful looking pan adapter for the 6400M. You can also see up at the top, put my cursor there up at the top here. This is essentially some readings from the radio, and this comes from FR Stack, wonderful fellow who programmed FR Stack. So that's a little bit on that subject. So let's find a clear frequency, and then begin to post ourselves. I'm going to bring up the volume now.
KE2 AWF, Roger, Roger, you're 5-9 Arkansas.
And this is station Kilo 2 Papa, stroke 5.
You, sir. QRZ.
12 Days of Christmas. And you can see it's pretty busy.
Charlie Golf Juliet, I believe it is. You're 5-9 Arkansas.
So I'm looking at the pan adapter for our spot. Let's see. It's a little low, 220. I want to go where the technicians can operate, perhaps. Not go too high. You can see they're all bunched up in there.
Hola, buenas tardes.
So we'll be looking here for a while. A couple of minutes anyway. Maybe a minute. I'd rather be lower. But again, the conditions are pretty good. And I'm spreading out a little bit. We may have to go higher. Okay, we'll center ourselves. Which may be okay. 304, a little higher than I like to go. Let's see how we tune here. Stand by while we tune in. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's put the amp on. And let's see what happens. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? This is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. 12 Days of Christmas special event. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Now I'm going to post it here. I'm going to post where I am. 304. 304 is more or less 500. Let's see if that goes. We're going to try to post and share it. Okay. I think we've shared it. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Long Island, New York. My name is Peter. Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo Peter. And my home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. I'm now going to post it on the Discord channel. Stand by here. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Calling CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo. W2R at 14304 dot 500. And we'll enter. Okay. There you go. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo, W2R, CQ and listening. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo calling CQ and listening. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ and listening. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5 golden rings. No waiting right now. My name is Peter, W2JV. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ and listening. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ and listening. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. For the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, this is 5 golden rings. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Home call Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Whiskey 2 Romeo listening.
Kilo Charlie 9, Charlie, Quebec X-ray.
Thank you. Kilo Charlie 9. Is that Charlie, a Quebec X-ray?
QSL.
Well, thank you very much. Very good afternoon to you. Welcome aboard. Merry Christmas. And I believe you're Eric in Indiana, and you're strong 5'9", Eric.
QSL, please copy 5'9", Indiana. Good signal here, too.
Thank you very much, Eric. 73s, Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for joining us on the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. 73s. Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings. The 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas for a nice certificate. K2RYD, Kilo 2 Romeo, Yankee Delta. Go to the website after this is concluded, and you can download a beautiful certificate. Really nice. Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ. Very light. Oscar November Juliet. Come again. I got it. Thank you again for the second call. Kilo Echo 8, Oscar November Juliet. Thank you. 5 and 5, Long Island, New York.
And you're 5 and 8 here in Toledo, Ohio. Toledo, Ohio. Handles Bob.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you very much. Yes, your signal came up to about 5.7. So perhaps propagation may be improving. Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas. And thank you for joining us on the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5 golden rings. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. A certificate K2RYD. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. My home call, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Location, Long Island, New York, 45 miles from New York City. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Whiskey Alpha Zero, Papa Mike.
Whiskey Alpha Zero, Papa Mike. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Merry Christmas to you. I think it's Mike in Minnesota. Got a nice signal, Mike, and thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. We've worked before, but I just heard you calling there, and I wanted to let you know that you were getting out to fly over land here. So you have a nice holiday, and best wishes to you. 7-3.
Mike, thank you very much. Enjoy the contact, and you can call me as many times as you like, and thank you for that signal report that I'm getting out to you. I appreciate that. Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ.
Victor Echo 3, X-Ray Bravo Lima.
X-Ray Bravo Lima. Good afternoon. Victor Echo 3, X-Ray Bravo Lima. Good afternoon to you. Thank you. I believe it's Ken in Canada. Tell me where you are. I think maybe London, but I'm not sure. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Go ahead.
Yeah, Victor Echo 3, X-Ray Bravo Lima. Back to you there. Name's Ken. Yeah, you know that. And yeah, we're in London, Ontario. You're 15 over in the London here today. Beautiful signal. Want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
I've got it. Thank you very much for your wishes. Yeah, you're about 15 over with very, very fine audio. Sounds just terrific. Broadcast quality, and there's nothing at all wrong with that. Thank you so much, Ken. Merry Christmas from London, Ontario, and thank you so very much for making contact with us, keeping us company, and giving us greetings of the season. This is a wonderful time of the year. There's a song like that, I believe. Anyway, Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure, Ken. Thank you as well. Merry Christmas. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Whiskey 9, Bravo Lima Hotel Mobile.
Whiskey 9, Bravo Lima Hotel Mobile. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Whiskey 9, let's see. Bravo Lima, let me get this right. Stand by. Bravo Lima Hotel. Do I have that right?
Roger.
Well, your name is not Roger, but it's Brad from Wisconsin. Brad, where are you now? Go ahead.
I'll be located near the town of El Dorado, Wisconsin, just like the town in Texas. Over.
I got you. El Dorado, Wisconsin. Thank you so much. A 5 and 7 from the Mobiles. Safe driving, happy driving, and thank you so very much for making contact with us. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Merry Christmas and a very healthy, happy New Year. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling, CQ calling, CQ. Anyone, anywhere for the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. My home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. My name is Peter, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. We're located in Long Island, New York, about 45 miles east of New York City. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Whiskey Delta 8, Delta Bravo X-Ray.
Delta Bravo X-Ray, thank you so very much. Whiskey Bravo 8, Delta Bravo X-Ray. Good afternoon, a very solid 5-9 with good audio. Thank you so much. I think it's Steve in Ohio.
Roger, Peter, very nice to make your acquaintance here. You have a beautiful signal into Central Ohio, 5-9 plus, over.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Thank you a lot, and Merry Christmas and a very, very happy New Year to you and your family. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling, CQ calling, CQ. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. We are 5 golden rings. Collect them all and you get a very beautiful certificate suitable for hanging anywhere in the house or the barn or the basement or the garage. Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. I hear a station in there. Come back again. I have a Kilo Delta 5 Echo Japan question mark. Is that Echo Japan Germany? A Kilo Delta 5, is that Echo Japan Germany? Thank you very much. Thank you. 5 and 5, Long Island, New York. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. How am I doing your way? Thank you so much for the 5-7. I appreciate that. And thanks for making the contact with the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, 73s, and happy holidays. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo Charlie 9, Echo Charlie Victor.
Echo Charlie Victor, good afternoon. Very solid 5-9 plus. I think it's Mike in Wisconsin.
QSL, you are 5-9 plus here in Wisconsin, and have a Merry Christmas and a good New Year for you and your family. 73s, Kilo Charlie 9, Echo Charlie Victor.
Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate that. Well, I financially, it may not be such a good New Year. I just got our tax bill, and you can just imagine what taxes are in Suffolk County, Long Island, New York. It's great reason to leave this prosperous county and go to a place more affordable. But anyway, we still will enjoy it because you know what? Health is the number one condition that we look for in health. That's the thing you can't buy, as we well know. 73s to you, Mike. Thank you so much. Kilo, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual, 12 Days of Christmas. Peter is my name. Long Island, New York is the location. QRZ.
Kilo 9, Mike, Kilo Charlie.
Mike Kilo Charlie, thank you. Kilo 9, Mike Kilo Charlie. 5 and 9, Long Island, New York.
Thank you, Peter. You're 5-8 here in southeast Wisconsin. The name is Dennis. Delta Echo November India Sierra.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you very, very much. Yes, you're doing well, and signal came up a little bit, so maybe the band is starting to run a little long. Thank you, Dennis. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year from Long Island, New York, and all 25 volunteers, more or less, that are operating the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Thank you so very much, and wish you a very happy New Year and healthy New Year. QRZ.
November Papa 4 Bravo.
November Papa again?
November Papa 4 Bravo. November Papa 4 Bravo.
Thanks for repeating it 2 times. Jorge. Good afternoon. Merry Christmas, Jorge. November Papa 4 Bravo. 5 and 7, Long Island, New York.
That's same signal, 5 by 7, Puerto Rico Island. Over.
Thank you for 5 and 7, Puerto Rico. One of my favorite ball players, really, of the modern times is Jorge Posada. What a wonderful man, and really helped the New York Yankees out quite a bit. Proud to be Puerto Rico. 73s, be well, Jorge. Thank you very much.
73, and Merry Christmas to you and your family. Bye-bye.
Jorge, Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling, CQ calling, CQ, anyone, anywhere for the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. This is 5 Golden Rings, Whiskey 2 Romeo, home call Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, Long Island, New York. And this is Whiskey 2 Romeo, my home call Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. QRZ.
Kilo Golf 2, Mike Mobile.
Roger, Kilo Golf 2, Mike Mobile. Thank you, sir. 5 and 5, Long Island, New York. Very readable. Go ahead.
In year 5 and 9 here, and I just crossed into North Carolina from South Carolina. Over.
Well, welcome to North Carolina, and I'm very happy that you received a sweep as a result of making contact with Whiskey 2 Romeo. That's important to me. I'm going to write that down here and to make a note of that, put a little star next to it, and when I give my report, you will be reported as a sweep for me. Thank you. Thank you so very much, Mike. Safe driving to you, and welcome to the Big Apple when you get there. Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ.
73 from KG2MM.
73 KG2MM, safe driving. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling, CQ calling, CQ. Anyone, anywhere for the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. This is 5 Golden Rings, Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, a nice certificate by the founders, NO2C, November Oscar 2, Charlie, and K2YRD. Kilo 2 Romeo, Yankee Delta. Lou and Sally. What a wonderful team. Dynamic team. QRZ, Kilo 2 Romeo. Station ending in Mike. Roger that, and make sure the call is that Florida 4, Charlie Sierra Mike, Florida 4, Charlie Sierra Mike. Go ahead. Thank you, Gerard. I got the call now. Florida 4, Charlie, India, Mike. 5 and 5, Gerard. Thank you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, 73s. Thank you very much. From Long Island, New York to France. CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling, CQ calling, CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling, CQ and listening.
Kilo Echo 8, Lima Zulu Mike.
Lima Zulu Mike. Thank you. Kilo Echo 8, Lima Zulu Mike. Good afternoon, Frank, from West Virginia, and Merry Christmas to you. Nice signal, 5-9 plus. Go ahead.
This is Jay, Juliet Alpha Yankee, so make sure you got the call right. Kilo Echo 8, Lima Zulu Mike.
There you go. Thank you very much. That's why sometimes I like to say the name. Kilo Echo 8 Lima Zulu Mike. Let's see. Kilo Echo 8 Lima Zulu Mike. I got it correct now. Correct, Jay?
There you go. That's correct. You sounded good. 5-9 out in northwestern Ohio.
Yeah, that's great. I didn't think that was the signal I was giving to West Virginia. That shouldn't be that strong because you're 5-9 plus. Jay, thank you so very much. 73s, and have a Merry Christmas.
Hey, right back to you. You have yourself a great holiday.
Thank you so much. I will take those words to bear. I will do that indeed. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling, CQ calling, CQ. Anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. My name is Peter, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. I'm your operator for this session here, and my location is Long Island, New York. QRZ.
Kilo Charlie 1, Kilo Victor Rodeo.
Kilo Charlie 1. Again with your call?
Kilo Charlie 1, Kilo Victor Romeo.
Roger, yep, faded out for a moment. Now you're back. 5 and 7. Kilo Charlie 1, Kilo Victor Romeo. Thank you so much, Mike, from Kansas. Go ahead.
Roger, I have you 5-2 into Kansas.
Roger, thank you very, very much. Only 5-2, Mike? That's all I get?
I'm sorry, I ain't got much signal here, but you're coming in nice and clearly.
Well, that's the important thing. That's all that counts, making the contact. Power doesn't matter. 73s, and have a wonderful day. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, 5th annual 12 days of Christmas. Whiskey 2 Romeo, home call Whiskey 2, Juliet Victor. QRZ.
November 0, Fox United Charlie.
November 0, Fox United Charlie. You're in the log. Thank you so very much. I believe Walter in Ohio. Go ahead.
Thank you. You're 5-9 and 10 over and sound real good. Good luck and a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, 73s.
Thank you, Walter, very much. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and from Long Island, New York. Thank you. 73s. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, 5th annual 12 days of Christmas. CQ. CQ calling CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere for Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 days of Christmas, 5 golden rings you'll earn. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 days of Christmas. CQ calling CQ calling CQ from Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 days of Christmas, 5 golden rings. Whiskey 2 Romeo.
November 5, Bravo Lima Mike.
Thank you very much. November 5, Bravo Lima Mike. Thank you so much, Richard, for keeping me company from Missouri. Over to you.
Oh, Roger, no problem. I just, you got a beautiful signal. I didn't look at the meter, but, yeah, it sounds like we're pretty much in the same room right now. So, yeah, it's rainy and cold here and just fixing to go see some family in Arkansas. And I heard you on, so I figured I'd jump on and, because I think I don't have you yet, or your call, so I've got others, but I don't have yours yet. So, yeah, this is I like getting these new calls like this. QSL.
Oh, IQSL, Richard, for sure. Thank you very much for the report. Yeah, what's more important at times, and you have it, is good audio. I mean, I'd rather have audio than power. And I'm using the Heil PR781 boom microphone today, and I think it's delivering pretty well. I'm looking at my equalizer settings, and they look like you're happy. They're not too hot, and that's what I'm trying to avoid, overdriving it, which can happen very easily when you have the ability to really extend the highs. And you have a nice trip to Arkansas, that's for sure. And sorry it's raining there. We have had in New York, the Long Island area, a nice clear run of sunshine. Today was the coldest day, I think. At about 5 a.m., it was about 24 degrees, and it's warmed up to 38. So we should be okay, and what's important, the holiday should be dry, and hopefully you'll dry out. Well, Richard, a pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time and working me, and I'm glad you worked me. My personal call, by the way, is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, and I'm located in Long Island, New York. Northport is the town, about 45 miles east of New York City. QSL?
Oh, QSL, yeah, definitely. And I've got your call wrote down. I hope to work you personally. That would be great, because I love meeting new people, and because everybody's normally nice around here. So, yeah, that's awesome. Anyway, you take care. Have a Merry Christmas.
Excuse me.
And get warm and stay warm. It's about 50 degrees here, but it's fixing to drop in the next couple days. So I'll say 73, because I think I heard someone trying to call you, And you take care. Whiskey 2 Romeo, this is November 5, Bravo Lima Mike. Merry Christmas and 73.
Merry Christmas to you. November 5, Bravo Lima Mike. Thank you, Richard. Merry Christmas to you and a very healthy new year. So thank you very much for the contact, and glad it's not too cold there. Be well, safe driving, and yes, that's what's amateur radio. It's about the people. It's not about the equipment or how big our tower is or how many wires we have out there. It's really people, and you hit it right on the head, and that's what we strive for. And boy, I'll tell you, you make good friends, and you have a lot of common things to discuss. And sometimes my wife will say, "You sound like you're speaking a foreign language," and I apologize for that. But we do have a good time, and we don't often talk only the technical stuff. We can talk normally. We're not nerdy all the time. 73s, and be well. Thanks so very much. 73, Richard. Thank you for the talk. 73s.
You're welcome. 73.
My pleasure. QRZ, anyone, anywhere. We can chat. We can go quickly, any speed you like. I have 3 speeds, low, medium, high, and we can do it. I can last, and whatever you need, you can ask me any questions. I'll ask you questions, and we'll have a good old time. Because most people, I think, have the sweep by now. At least I hope they do. Whiskey 2 Romeo, my home call, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, QRZ. Yeah, I hear somebody on the frequency. I think I'm going to move down a little bit. Is the frequency in use? Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, special event station. Is the frequency in use?
14.3, looking for additional check-in.
Yeah, 14.3 is a net station. I shouldn't stay on that. Excuse me. Is the frequency in use? Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, special event station, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere for the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. This is 5 golden rings by the Romeo call. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. My home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, and I'm located in Long Island, New York, and the name is Peter, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. QRZ, anyone, anywhere, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ for the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ and listening. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo.
November 8, Hotel Alpha Romeo.
Hotel Alpha Romeo. Thank you. Nice signal. November 8, Hotel Alpha Romeo. Russ in Michigan. Thank you. Good to talk to you again, Russ. How you doing today? You're 5'9" plus.
Yeah, very good. You're also 5'9", in Michigan, like you said, and I think we've talked before. Yeah, I'm doing really good. Just scanning the bands, and I talked to, the 4U1WB is the World Bank club station in Washington, D.C., so I talked to them a few minutes ago. So I'm just kind of chilling out here on a Friday.
That is fantastic. Thank you. It's good to chill out, and it's good to rest in between all the holiday matters. And that's a good station to work. I haven't worked them yet, so I like to look for them perhaps later on. Well, thank you very much, and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and be well. And thanks a lot for keeping us company here for a moment or two. 73s.
Okay, 73. What's your name again? I forgot.
Peter, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo.
Yeah, Peter, nice to talk to you again. 73, my friend. Merry Christmas.
You do the same. Merry Christmas, Russ, to you too. Thank you, and keep chilling out. That's what it's about. Lowers our blood pressure. on amateur radio. QRZ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th Annual 12 Days of Christmas.
K1, Whiskey Alpha 8, Victor Echo.
The K1 first and the Whiskey Alpha next. K1, go ahead.
Kilo 1, Kilo India Mike, 5-9, beautiful signal into Cincinnati, Ohio. Can I get that call again, please?
Andy, my pleasure, K1KM. Yes, the call is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo. My call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Good, strong 5 and 9. So thank you very much. You QSL that? Go ahead.
QSL 5-9 into Cincinnati. Have a good holiday.
You two have a happy, merry holidays. QRZ?
Whiskey Alpha 8, Victor Echo Sierra.
There you go. I knew you were around there. Victor, Whiskey Alpha 8, Victor Echo Sierra. Ken, thank you very much from Michigan. Got a good signal, 5-9++.
Roger that. You're a 5-9 here also in Cadillac, Michigan. Happy holidays.
Thank you so much from Cadillac, Michigan from Long Island, New York. This is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, home call. Whiskey 2 Romeo now, 5 golden rings. QRZ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere, for the, I'm looking at my meter, 5th Annual, 5th, stand by 1 second, stand by. Yeah, you're playing games with me now. Playing games meaning the amp is acting up a little funny here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it just jumped up. All right, we'll see if we can hold this. CQ calling CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ and listening. CQ calling CQ calling CQ from Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th Annual 12 Days of Christmas. CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th Annual 12 Days of Christmas. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ and listening. CQ calling CQ calling CQ, 5th Annual 12 Days of Christmas. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, CQ. CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th Annual 12 Days of Christmas. Man. CQ calling CQ calling CQ, 5th Annual 12 Days of Christmas, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ. CQ calling CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ and listening. CQ calling CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ and listening. CQ calling CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, standing by. CQ calling CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ and listening.
Echo Romeo Romeo Yankee Jerry, and I'm
Thank you very much for the call.
This is with Golf Stroke 8 for the 12 Days of Christmas special event.
Is the frequency in use Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, Whiskey 2 Romeo, special event station. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, special event station, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, standing by. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere for the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, home call Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, Long Island, New York, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ from Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ and listening. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, CQ and listening. CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas event. Collect all 12 rings plus 2 countries, or maybe even just one of 2. Get a nice certificate. QRZ. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. CQ, CQ, CQ. Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Whiskey 2 Japan Victoria listening. All right, let's tune around the bands a little bit, see what we got going on here.
November 0, Juliet, November, Bravo.
Looks fine.
The station ending in Bravo again?
November Papa 4, November Papa 4 Bravo.
November, is it November Papa 3 Bravo?
November Papa 4, number 4 Bravo, over.
Okay, Roger. November Papa 4 Bravo, 59 Arkansas in the clear. Go ahead.
QSL, U5x9 Puerto Rico, over.
Roger, 59 Puerto Rico, and I swung the beam a little bit. Nice signal there. NP4B, thank you for the call. QRZ?
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Zulu.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie again?
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Zulu.
Roger, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Zulu, 59 Arkansas.
Roger, 59 New Brunswick, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, QSL New Brunswick. Thank you for the call, QRZ. Alpha Papa again. Whiskey 6, Alpha Papa Hotel, you're 59 Arkansas.
Thank you, you're 59 California.
Roger, QSL, thanks, 73, QRZ, Kilo 2, Papa, stroke 5. KO4, DUX, Roger, 59 Arkansas. Roger, Victor Alpha. Thanks for the call. QRZ, 11 Pipers Piping for the 12 days of Christmas. This is Kilo 2 Papa, stroke 5. Okay, nothing heard. I'm going to take a little quick break here. QRX for a minute.
Got room for one more?
Yeah, go ahead.
Victor Lima, India.
Victor Lima, India, I doubled with you there. What's the first part of your call?
Kilo India 4, Victor Lima, India.
Okay, I got you, KI4 VLI. Big signal there, 5-9 Arkansas.
Kilo Yankee.
Okay, Kilo Yankee, we got you, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Excuse me. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Are you there? Kilo 2 Papa, stroke 5. Okay, I'll hang out on the frequency for a moment or two until you come back. See if we have any better luck here. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ. Just borrowing the frequency for a few minutes until fellow comes back. Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ.
November 8.
Yeah, I copied you there. Go after it. That's fine. I'll take I'll let you have it for 15, 20 minutes and take a break. Thanks.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. I'll take good care of it. November 8 station?
November 8, Golf Juliet.
November 8, Golf Juliet. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for making contact with us. Merry Christmas. My name is Peter, Long Island, New York. Thanks, Ann. Good contact. 5-9+.
Well, thank you, Peter. I have you 5-9 down here in Central Arkansas. Thank you so very much for all you do, sir. 7-3.
My pleasure, and it's our pleasure, and all 25 volunteers a pleasure. Thank you so much. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings for the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. I'm going to move the beam a little bit. Let's see if we move it a little more. Let's see, that was, okay, let's move it down a little bit. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, home call Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, 5 golden rings, Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo calling CQ, CQ, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, Whiskey 2 Romeo listening.
Kilo 9, Sierra Tango Echo.
Kilo 9, Sierra Tango Echo, thank you, good afternoon, Merry Christmas from Long Island, New York. The name is Peter, 5 and 7. Thank you for the 5 and 5 in Illinois. Yeah, my beam is now towards the southwest, so southeast rather. So we'll see what we have. But you would have been a lot better if I was where I was before. 73s. We'll see what the propagation is and move the beam accordingly. 73s. Merry Christmas. QRZ Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Norway 4 radio, radio, radio.
You like the R's. Norway 4 triple R. Thank you, sir. 5-9. Name is Peter, Long Island, New York. I think it's Dwayne in Tennessee.
QSL, Whiskey 2 Radio, 94 Triple R. Thank you, 5-9 Tennessee. Thank you.
Dwayne, Merry Christmas to you from Long Island, New York. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Calling CQ and listening.
Victor Echo 9 Golf, Echo Mike.
The Victor Echo 9 again.
Whiskey 8, Romeo Alpha Delta.
Delta, stand by one moment. The Victor station, go ahead.
Victor Echo 9 Golf, Echo Mike. Guillaume in New Brunswick, Canada.
Thank you, Victor Echo 9, Golf Echo Mike. Thank you so very much from New Brunswick, Canada. 5 and 7, Long Island, New York.
5-10, you're a good signal. Have good fun and have a great Christmas.
Thank you so much. Good fun is the order today. Merry Christmas to you as well. I believe the Delta station, go ahead.
Yeah, it was Whiskey 8, Romeo Alpha Delta.
Roger, thanks for your waiting. Thank you so much for your patience. Whiskey 8, Romeo Alpha Delta, 5 and 7, Long Island, New York. I think it's Brad in Michigan.
Yeah, QSL. What was your call?
The call for the special event station, Brad, is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo. My home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. QSL?
Roger, Whiskey 2 Romeo. So thanks a lot. Merry Christmas.
Thanks a lot to you, too, and Merry Christmas to you as well. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. This is 5 Golden Rings, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Home call Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, Long Island, New York. QRZ.
Kilo Bravo 8, Foxtrot Charlie Golf.
Foxtrot Charlie Golf. Thank you very much. Kilo Bravo 8, Foxtrot Charlie Golf. Thank you. 5-9 plus, Long Island, New York.
Roger, 5-9, Michigan, Southgate, Michigan, south of Detroit, about 15 miles. MI, Mike India, over.
Thank you, David, from Mike India. Yeah, you're now off the back of the beam, but coming in 5 and 9. We'll see what we can do. Thank you, 73s. Merry Christmas. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
November 4, November, Juliet Mike.
November 4, November Juliet Mike. Thank you very much. November 4, November Juliet Mike. 5-9 Nolan from New York, Long Island. I believe you're in Tennessee.
Copy the 5-9. I'm mobile here, Tennessee. Thanks for being out there.
My pleasure for being out there. And you're out there. I'm in here. You're out there. I'm in the shack. And it's kind of comfortable in here now. So be safe out there. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Victor Echo 1, New York.
Victor, is that really right? Victor Echo 1. I got to do that twice. I did that. I got too excited there. Victor Echo 1, November Yankee. Is that correct?
Roger, Nova Scotia, Canada. Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia, Canada. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Is that Ken in Nova Scotia, Canada?
Roger, yeah.
Well, a wonderful place you live in. You're a lucky man. I'm sure your taxes aren't as high as our taxes here. Hey, 73s, and thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you from New York, Long Island to Nova Scotia.
Yeah, we're on Cape Breton Island. We're also on an island, Nova Scotia, Cape Breton Island. So 73s.
73s, Ken. Cape Breton Island. Yeah, what a beautiful place to go bicycling. QRZ, Merry Christmas. Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ.
Kilowatt Bravo 9, Alpha India Tango.
Roger, first the Alpha India Tango. Go ahead.
Thank you. Kilowatt Bravo 9, Alpha India Tango, 5-9, Wisconsin.
Thank you, Gary. Yeah, you're 5-9 plus, Long Island, New York. That's kind of interesting. Now you're on the back of the beam, but you're coming in very, very well. Thank you, Gary. Merry Christmas to you.
Yep, Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you very much. QRZ.
Echo America 8, Mike Echo Alpha 8, Mike.
Mike Echo Alpha first, then we'll have the Tango station. Mike Echo Alpha again.
Echo America 8, Mike Echo Alpha 8, Mike, Canary Island, Roger?
Roger, Echo Alpha 8, Mike Echo Alpha. Is that correct? Echo Alpha 8, Mike Echo Alpha?
Negativo. Echo America 8, Mike. Solamente Mike.
I lost the prefix. Echo Alpha 8, Mike. Go ahead again.
Okay, Echo Alpha 8, Mike. Your report 5-9 plus, Canary Island, Roger.
Okay, you have to give me your call again. Give me your call once again, please. Go ahead.
Okay, November 2, Radio, Echo Alpha 8, Mike. My name is Pedro, QTH en La Palma Island, Roger.
Is that Mike X-Ray Papa? Yeah, I'll get it. Echo Alpha Mike. Mike, give me the 2 letters. If you could give it to me in the ITU alphabet, that would help. Give me the letters again. Go ahead.
Echo Alpha Mike. Solamente Mike. Echo Alpha Mexico, pues,
Echo Alpha Mike. I got Echo Alpha Mike. Go ahead, continue.
Okay, 5-9 plus, pues,
No, I don't have the rest of the call. All I have is Echo Alpha Mike. Give me your whole call again.
Okay, thank you very much for contacto. Wiki Radio, Echo Alpha 8, Mike. 73, QZ, RadioRadioHotel.com, Roger.
Somebody help me. Can somebody help me with the call? This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. I'd like to get him in the log, but I'm missing the call. My problem, but somebody, could you help me give me his call? The Echo Alpha, your call again?
Echo Alpha 8 X-ray, November X-ray.
Now, thank you very much. Echo Alpha 8, X-ray, November X-ray. Wonderful. Thank you for the relay very much. Do I have that right? Echo Alpha 8, Hotel, November X-ray?
Roger. Thank you very much. You're 5959 in Canary Island. You're 59 in Canary Island. Please, the call sign of my previous station was Echo Alpha 8. That was the call sign of Pedro. Echo Alpha 8. Thank you. You are 5959 in Canary Islands, my friend, from Echo Alpha 8, X-ray, November X-ray. Merry Christmas.
X-ray, November X-ray. Okay, X-ray. That's tough. X-ray, November X-ray. Good. Echo Alpha 8, X-ray, November X-ray. That's Abel in the Canary Islands. QSL?
Roger.
Now, could you give me Pedro's call? Could I have Pedro's call?
1 minute, Pedro. Dale el indicativo de nuevo, Pedro.
Echo Alpha 8, Mike. Echo America 8, Mike.
So that's Echo Alpha 8 Mike. That's the call?
Roger. Echo Alpha 8, Mexico.
Wonderful. Yes, his name came up perfectly. Pedro, thank you. And thank you also, Abel, for the relay. I really appreciate that. You're both in the log, and thanks so very much for your patience.
Okay, thank you very much.
73's Pedro and 73's Abel, and thanks everybody for listening. Sorry about that, but we had to get it in the log. Is the Tango station still there?
Yeah, Kilo Delta 8, Foxtrot, November Tango. Donnie, Charleston, West Virginia, and you're rolling about a 5-8.
Okay, let me get the call. Kilo Delta 8. Give me your call one more time.
Kilo Delta 8, Foxtrot, November Tango.
Correct. Kilo Delta 8, Foxtrot, November Tango. Is that Zach in West Virginia?
And Donnie in West Virginia. Kilo Delta 8, Fox, November Tango.
Kilo Delta 8, Fox, November Tango. KD8FNT. Yeah, it comes in what state are you in?
Charleston, West Virginia.
Yep, that lines up all right. Well, Donnie, thank you very, very much, and I appreciate that. Thanks for your patience, Donnie. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, and you're running a 5-8 here.
Yeah, and you're a 5-9 here. Thank you so much. QRZ, a Whiskey 2 Romeo. I think we're straight now. Station ending in Oscar. The station ending in Oscar.
Alpha Delta 4 Oscar.
I got it. Excuse me all. Alpha Delta 4 Oscar. That choked me up a little bit. Thanks so much, Greg from Alabama. 5-8. Thank you for the 5-9 Alabama, 73s, and a very Merry Christmas. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 Golden Rings, 5th Annual 12 Days of Christmas. QRZ. The Whiskey Hotel again?
Victor Echo 9 Whiskey Hotel.
Thank you very much. Whiskey Hotel. Victor Echo 9 or Whiskey Hotel, 5 and 9, Long Island, New York. Jim, thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well. QRZ? Papa Juliet Zulu. Thank you so much. Kilo Alpha 4, Papa Juliet Zulu. Bruce, thank you. 5 and 9, Long Island, New York.
Alpha Kilo 4, Radio Hotel.
Roger. Thanks, Bruce. 73s. Alpha Kilo 4. Alpha Kilo 4. Is that Romeo Hotel?
Roger that.
Roger, and that's, let's see, is that Bruce in South Carolina? And that's Kilo Alpha 4, Papa Juliet Zulu?
Kilo Alpha 4, Papa Juliet Zulu in Bruce in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Roger, 73s, thank you, and have a very healthy holiday. Thank you so very much. QRZ, well, hold it 1 second. I got to correct the call. Stand by. Stand by. QRX, 1 second. We've got to correct the call here. Stand by. The Mike Zulu Echo again. Give me your prefix, please. Your prefix. That's Florida 5 Mike Zulu Echo? Florida 5 Mike Zulu Echo? Thank you very much. Yes, 5 and 5. You were from Long Island, New York. Thank you very much. 73s.
Alpha Charlie 5, Oscar Charlie.
Alpha Charlie 5, just stand by a moment, please. Stand by. QRX, Alpha Charlie 5. Be there in a moment.
Hotel India 8.
Hotel India 8 and Alpha Charlie 5. The log is just catching up, so stand by 1 second. We are attempting a log fix. QRX. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Had a little log trouble. Sorry about that. Alpha Charlie 5, are you there? Hotel India 8, are you there? CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ and listening.
Kilowatt Bravo 0, Mike Papa Victor.
Foxtrot Charlie Radio.
Kilowatt Bravo 0 first. KB0, go ahead.
Kilowatt Bravo 0, Mike Papa Victor, 10 over 9 in Minnesota. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike, for 10 over 9. You as well, 59++. QRZ, Merry Christmas from Long Island, New York. QRZ.
Hotel India 8, Foxtrot Charlie Radio.
Thank you, Foxtrot Charlie Radio. Thank you for your patience. Hotel India 8, Foxtrot Charlie Radio. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Thanks for being so patient, sir. 59+, Long Island, New York.
Okay, you also 59 down here in the Dominican Republic in la capital, Santo Domingo. Thank you. 73, Hotel India 8, Foxtrot Charlie Radio. Thank you.
My pleasure. Merry Christmas of Santo Domingo. Merry Christmas to you, and thank you for being so patient. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Whiskey 9, Victor Papa Radio.
Victor Papa Radio first. Whiskey 9, Victor Papa Radio. Thank you. 59+, Long Island, New York.
Yeah, Whiskey 9, Victor Papa Radio. You're 59+, Illinois.
Thank you for the 59+ in Illinois. Merry Christmas from Long Island. QRZ. The Bravo station, stand by a moment, please. The Kilo Victor 7.
Roger. Antenna about 10 foot off the ground. You're 59+10 in North Carolina. QSL.
Give me your call again. I just have Kilo Victor 7. Go ahead.
Roger. The call sign is Kilo Victor number 7 Delta.
Thank you, Kilo Victor 7 Delta. Thank you very much. 59 as well, Long Island, New York. Merry Christmas. The Bravo station.
November 4, Delta Romeo Bravo.
November 4, thank you, Delta Romeo Bravo. Thank you for your patience. 5 and 7, Long Island, New York.
Very good. I have you 5 and 7 also here in Lakeland, Florida. Over.
Thank you for the 5-7 in Lakeland, Florida. Merry Christmas from Long Island, New York. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Is that Alpha Kilo 4 Radio Hotel?
Roger that. You're 5-7 into Charlotte, North Carolina. Go ahead.
Thank you for 5-7 in Charlotte. You're also 5-7 in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you for Long Island, New York. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Whiskey Delta 9 Victor.
Whiskey Delta 9 Victor. Thank you. 5-9, Long Island, New York. Whiskey Delta 9 Victor.
Whiskey Delta 9 Victor 59 Wisconsin.
Thank you. 5-9, Long Island, New York. 73s and Merry Christmas. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo Niner Whiskey Foxtrot Tango.
Whiskey Foxtrot Tango. Kilo Niner Whiskey Foxtrot Tango. Thank you. 5-9, Long Island, New York.
I got you 5-9 in Central Illinois.
Thank you for the 5-9, Central Illinois. Really appreciate that. QRZ, anyone, anywhere. Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo Alpha 0 Victor November Mike Mobile.
The Kilo Alpha 0 Victor Mobile. Go ahead. Roger, that's Kilo Alpha 0 Victor November Mike QSL. Thank you very much. Yes, 5 and 7, Long Island, New York. Safe mobiling and Merry Christmas from Long Island, New York. QRZ.
Victor Echo 3, Charlie Romeo Oscar.
Charlie Romeo Oscar. Victor Echo 3, Charlie Romeo Oscar. Thank you. V3CRO 5 and 7, Long Island, New York.
Roger. I have your 5757 in southwestern Ontario. Season's greetings and thanks for the contact.
Season's greetings to you as well and Merry Christmas as well. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
November 3, Japan X-Ray Bravo.
Japan X-Ray Bravo. November 3, Japan X-Ray Bravo. 5 and 7, Long Island, New York.
QSL, you're 56 here in Pennsylvania. 73s, and thank you for activating.
My pleasure activating. Thank you, and nice to work a Pennsylvania station. QRZ. Kilo India 5 again.
Kilo India 5, Hotel
Victor Kilo.
Roger, Hotel Victor Kilo. Kilo India 5, Hotel Victor Kilo. Thank you. 5 and 7, Jeff, Long Island, New York.
QSL, how you 5-7 as well. Lima Alpha, Louisiana. 73, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 Golden Rings, 5th Annual 12 Days of Christmas. My home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, Long Island, New York. Northport is the location. QRZ.
Kilo 3, Oscar Bravo.
Kilo 3 Oscar Bravo. Nice signal and nice audio, James, from Long Island, New York. Go ahead.
QSL, you're 5-9 here in Lexington, Kentucky. 7-3.
7-3s and Merry Christmas from Lexington, Kentucky. Thank you. Be well. QRZ.
Whiskey 9, India Charlie uniform.
India Charlie uniform. Thank you. Whiskey 9 India Charlie uniform. 5 and 9, Long Island, New York.
You're 5 and 9, Sycamore, Illinois. We're 70 miles west of Chicago. Over.
70 miles west of Chicago. Thank you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Victor Echo 2 again. Victor Echo 2. I have a station really right on my frequency. Let me see if I can get a little clearer. Stand by a moment. Yeah, give me your call again, Victor Echo 2. Negative copy. All I have is Victor Echo 2. Your call again, please. Yeah, there's somebody right on the frequency. Victor Echo 2, November Yankee, QSL? Thank you, Dennis, for the 55. 55 as well, Long Island, New York. Thank you very much. And 73s and Merry Christmas. Standby station. Let me see about the frequency. Yeah, this frequency is now being occupied. Let's see. QRZ, anyone, anywhere. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5th Annual 12 Days of Christmas. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5 Golden Rings. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th Annual 12 Days of Christmas. CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 Golden Rings for the 5th Annual 12 Days of Christmas. Thank you, Florida 5, Mike Zulu. Is it Mike Zulu Echo? Yeah, Roger, you're 5 and 7, Long Island, New York. Merry Christmas. Thank you for the contact. 73s to you as well. I'm going to move it a little bit more north, see what happens. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, the 5th Annual 12 Days of Christmas. CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ and listening. The station with Tango in the call? Roger, Kilo 4, Echo Whiskey Tango, Kilo 4, let me get that right. Kilo 4, Echo Whiskey Tango, 5 and 7, Long Island, New York. Do I have the call right? Kilo 4, Echo Whiskey Tango?
You were at 5'9", and you thrown down to about a 5'6" down in Virginia.
Correct, James. Yes, thank you. I moved the beam more towards the north, so I'm going to move it back south again. 73s to you, and Merry Christmas from Long Island, New York. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo as I move the beam further south. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. QRZ. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas.
Victor Kilo 4 India Mike.
Victor Kilo 4 India Mike. Thank you, and Merry Christmas from Long Island, New York. 5 and 9, Long Island, New York. Go ahead.
Thank you for the 5 and 9. Good morning, good evening. Name is Adam, and thank you for the 5 and 9. You're 5 and 9 also.
Thank you, Adam. That's amazing. I mean, good morning to you. And the beam is nowhere near you, I don't think. And you've got a wonderful signal from Long Island, New York to Australia.
Yeah, well, I'm a little bit sleepy. I've literally just gotten out of bed here. It's 5:30 in the morning, and I've just gotten out of bed. And just so I don't wake anybody up, I've come to the back room and closed the door and turned the radio on. I think it's better than the TV set. It has to be. All the best to you and yours for Christmas, and thank you very much for the contact.
Oh, thank you, Adam. I agree with you 100%, Adam. Much better than the TV these days. And thank you for taking the time to make the call. I think maybe I may have a long record. I think 9,000 some odd miles is pretty darn good. So 73s, Adam. Merry Christmas, and thank you very much for the long-distance contact.
7-3, all the best for the Christmas and New Year period. Bye-bye. VK4, I am clear.
You enjoy your breakfast now. Breakfast in Australia. QRZ, anyone, anywhere. Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. My home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Whiskey 2 Japan Victoria. CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. Whiskey 2 Romeo. November 5, Kilo Sierra. 5 and 7, Long Island, New York, Joseph from Mississippi. Joe, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Long Island, New York. Thank you for the contact. 73s, thank you. Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilowatt 4, Papa Alpha Delta.
Kilowatt 4, Papa Alpha Delta. Thank you so very much. 5-9, Long Island, New York, and another Peter. There's Peter here, me as well, Long Island, New York. Thank you.
QSL, I have you 5757 into Jacksonville, Florida. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas to you, Peter. Happy holidays as well. Thanks for the contact. I appreciate that. Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ.
Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Whiskey Bravo.
Oscar Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, Kilo Oscar 4. Kilo Oscar 4. Let me make sure I have that as Kilo Oscar. Kilo Oscar 4. Oscar Whiskey Bravo. That is a 5-9, and I don't have the call right. Kilo Oscar 4. Let me get the O's. Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Whiskey Bravo. Do I have that right? Is it Rick from Florida?
That is correct. Roger, Roger. Rick from Florida, you are 5-5 here, Roger.
Roger, 5-5. Thank you. You're 5-7, Long Island, New York, and I was putting in zeros for O's, so my apologies for the delay. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, 73s.
Roger, same to you, 73.
Thank you so much. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Anyone, anywhere, this is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo calling CQ and listening.
Oscar Nancy 4, Hotel India Lima.
The Hotel India Lima. Stand by 1 second, please. The Echo station, go ahead. Echo Alpha.
Echo America 5, Italy, Papa Mike from Spain.
Thank you very much. Italy Alpha 5. Echo Echo Alpha 5. Italy Papa Mike. Thank you. 5 and 7, Diego, Long Island, New York.
USL is Echo America 5. India, Papa, Mexico, Italy, Portugal, Manila. USL, where is you call, please? Call.
Right, let me confirm. Echo Alpha 5, Italy Papa Mike. QSL?
Echo America 5, Italy, Papa, Mexico. Echo America 5, Italy, Papa, Mike.
QSL, Italy Alpha 5, Echo. I keep saying Italy. My apologies, Diego. Echo Alpha 5, Italy Papa Mike.
Okay, that's correct. Echo America 5, Italy, Papa, Mike. You call it Victor Kilo 2 Romeo, that's correct?
Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo. QSL?
QSL, Whiskey number 2 Romeo. Hello, Whiskey 2 Romeo, Golden Rings in New York. Nice to meet you. I copy 5-5, 5-3 at the moment. With my dipole in Spain in the Mediterranean Sea. QSL?
Oh, QSL. Dipole is doing okay, Diego. 5 and 7, Long Island, New York. Well, 73s and have a very Merry Christmas.
73, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, 73s. Hotel India Lima?
Yeah, this is Oscar Nancy 4, Hotel India Lima, ON4 HIL. You're 5 and 9 in Belgium, over.
Thank you very much. Hotel. Well, let me get that again. Give me your call one more time, please.
My call is Oscar Nancy 4, Hotel India Lima.
Roger, thank you very much. Oscar November 4, Hotel India Lima. Thank you. 5 and 7, Patrick, Long Island, New York. Merry Christmas.
Thank you for the 5 and 7. You're 5 and 9 here into Belgium. What is your antenna, over?
Well, my antenna is a Navasa 5 on a 55-foot tower. And right now, believe it or not, I'm faced southeast. The beam is southeast. Do you believe that, Patrick?
Okay, QSL, well, strange conditions, but I can hear you loud and clear, no problem into Belgium. 73, and have a nice holiday. Bye-bye.
Patrick, thank you. Thanks for your patience waiting while I straightened out that call. 73s. And you have a very healthy and wonderful holiday. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo 2 Papa.
Kilo 2 Papa, come on in. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Hey, you go ahead. I found another frequency, and don't mind a bit. I'll be up at 14260. Have fun.
Well, thank you very much. Please, I don't mean to inconvenience you. If you want this, I'll give this to you. I'll give this to you if you'd like it.
No, not a bit. Not a bit. It's clear up there. I'll be at 14269.
Well, thank you very much. By the way, what is your first name?
Don, Delta Oscar November.
Well, Don, you're doing a phenomenal job. I was listening to you and just so wonderful. You're a professional amateur, Don. Merry Christmas, and thank you very much for the gift.
Well, same back to you, Peter. I've been listening to you, but we got refueled here a little bit, so we'll go K2P will be at 14,269. Now, have fun, buddy.
Thank you, Don, very much. You have fun, and thank you so much for volunteering. Listening, he's at 14,269, folks. Please go up there and work him. He really is nice to let me use the frequency. QRZ, anyone, anywhere, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo India 5, Oscar Bravo Lima.
Oscar Bravo Lima, come in.
You're a 5-9 here into Oklahoma, and it's Kilo India 5, Oscar Bravo Lima.
Oscar Bravo Lima, thank you very much. Kilo India 5, Oscar Bravo Lima. Thank you, Susan from Oklahoma. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, and thank you.
And thank you very much for keeping us company here on the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. QRZ.
Kilo Delta Niner, Hotel Quebec Delta.
Hotel Quebec Delta. Is that Kilo Alpha Niner Hotel Quebec Delta?
It's Kilo Delta Niner, Hotel Quebec Delta.
Hotel Delta 9, Hotel Quebec Delta. And if I got it right, it's Bruce in Wisconsin?
Yeah, Bruce in Wisconsin, and you're 5'9", over.
Thank you, Bruce. 5'9" as well here into Long Island, New York. Merry Christmas, and thank you for the help. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Whiskey 9, Uniform Sierra Oscar.
Uniform Sierra Oscar. Thank you, Whiskey 9. Uniform Sierra Oscar. 5'9", Long Island, New York.
Yes, QSL, you are 5'9 plus 10 here in southeast Wisconsin. Enjoy the contact. Merry Christmas, 73.
Thank you, Mark. Yeah, kind of interesting. The beam is southeast now, so I'm getting all you folks off the back of the beam, but the signals are very strong. It's all about propagation, isn't it? QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 5, Kilo Mike Kilo. Thank you. 5 and 9, Long Island, New York.
Roger that, and 5 and 9 in Northwest Arkansas, sir. Have a Merry Christmas and a very prosperous coming New Year. 73, brother.
Thank you very much. A Happy New Year, and I hope it can be prosperous. I'm paying a big tax bill here on Long Island, so it's going to be less prosperous, if you know what that means. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. We are 5 golden rings. It's cheap. Doesn't cost what it costs now on the market, $2,500. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. My home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, and my name is Peter, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
November 8th, Mike Fox, India.
So the India station, stand by. November 8, Mike Fox, go ahead.
November 8th, Mike Fox, Oscar. Rich here in Ohio. You're a 5'9".
Thank you, Rich, for that. Ohio, 5'9" here as well, Long Island, New York. QRZ.
November 5, Sierra Romeo Charlie.
November 5, Sierra Romeo Charlie. Thank you. 5'9", Long Island, New York.
Thank you. You were a 5'9" in the northwest corner of Arkansas.
Thank you for the 5'9" northwest column of Arkansas, and you're 5'9", Long Island, New York. QRZ?
November 2, Romeo Golf, India.
November 2 first, November 2?
Hoot, hoot, November 2, Golf Charlie.
November 2, Golf Charlie. Yeah, don't recognize that voice. Thank you so much there, Mike. A big hoot hoot to you, and thanks for working me. I appreciate that. 73s, and Merry Christmas, Mike.
Merry Christmas, Peter. You're doing a great job. I'll give you back to your pile-up. Have fun. Bye-bye.
Thank you. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have a pile-up, and you know what that means. QRZ, anyone, anywhere. Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Romeo Golf, India.
Romeo Golf, India, go. Charlie Mike Tango. Yeah, Kilo, Bravo 1, Charlie Mike Tango. Thank you. You're 5 and 7, Laurent, in Long Island, New York. 73s, and Merry Christmas. QRZ?
Romeo Golf, India.
Romeo Golf, India. Thank you again. Kilo 8, Romeo Golf. Kilo 8, Romeo Golf, India. Robert or Bob in Ohio, 5 and 9.
QSL, you're 5'9", Northeast Ohio. Merry Christmas.
And a very Merry Christmas to you as well from Long Island, New York. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo Juliet 4, Juliet Sierra Foxtrot.
I think I've got it. Kilo Juliet 4, Juliet... No, wait, Kilo Juliet 4, Juliet Sierra Foxtrot. Are you trying to fool me with that call? Is that your call?
That's my real call, and everybody has a problem with it. I don't know. It is what it is.
No. God bless you. You got to keep the call you're born with. And that's great, James. Thank you so very much. And thanks for letting me kid you a little bit. I got the call, and it's in the log. 73s, and a very Merry Christmas and a humorous New Year.
Happy Happy New Year, 73, and Merry Christmas.
Kilo 8, Juliet Yankee Golf.
That's Kilo 8 Juliet Yankee Golf. Hey, you must be used to working pileups. Kilo 8 Juliet, is that Juliet Tango Golf?
Kilo 8, Juliet Yankee Golf.
Yeah, can't forget the Yankee. Kilo 8 Juliet Yankee Golf. 5'9 plus Ken in Long Island, New York.
5'9 Ohio. Thanks for taking my call and good luck.
Thank you very much for calling us and keeping us company here on Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5 golden rings. QRZ. Kilo Charlie 9 Lima Hotel Bravo. Kilo Charlie 9 Lima Hotel Bravo. 5 and 9 Long Island, New York.
Whiskey 2 Romeo. This is KC9LHC. Mike in Wisconsin, Rapids, state of Wisconsin. 5959. Thank you very much. KC9LHC.
Thank you very much, Michael. You too. Merry Christmas and have a very happy New Year. QRZ.
Whiskey 5 Zulu Zulu.
Whiskey 5 Zulu Zulu. Thank you. 5'9 Long Island, New York.
Roger, 59 Lima Alpha, Louisiana.
Thanks for Lima Alpha. QRZ. I think, is there a Kilo Zulu? Okay, you're coming and going, but we'll get you. Kilo Zulu, come back again. Kilo Zulu. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo Fox 4, Tango, Papa Yankee.
Kilo Fox 4, Tango, Papa Yankee. Thank you. 5 and 7, Long Island, New York.
Roger the 5-7. You are a 5-5 into New Hampshire. Thanks so much for doing this, and Merry Christmas.
Well, Merry Christmas to you. My pleasure. And kind of odd to get New Hampshire on 20 this time of day, but very solid signal. Wonderful audio for sure. Sorry, let's try that station at Kilo Zulu first. Kilo Zulu, are you there? Yes, I heard Massachusetts. Okay, let's try that again. Go ahead. Okay, I think I've got it all there. We were able to use the, we have a wonderful Flex 6400, and I was able to fiddle with with some of the conditions that we have here. Kilo Zulu 1 Juliet, 5 and 5 James, Long Island, New York. QSL. Thank you, James. My pleasure, and thanks for being patient. A pleasure working you in Massachusetts this afternoon. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Home call, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor is the home call. The name is Peter. Papa Echo, Tango, Echo, Romeo. Thank you so much. QRZ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Lima Oscar Echo. Thank you. Kilo 9 Lima Oscar Echo. Thank you. 5'9 Long Island, New York.
You're 5'7 into Illinois. Appreciate the contact. 73.
5'7 Illinois. Thank you very much. What type of plane do you fly?
For work, I fly a Phenom 300. For fun, I got a Cessna 414.
Oh, that's one. Phenom. That's a very nice, very good plane. Good for you. Congratulations. Be safe and have a very, very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, 73.
73 to you as well. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. The station ending in Foxtrot? Whiskey Yankee Foxtrot. Thank you. Kilo 9, Whiskey Yankee Foxtrot. Thank you, Jim from Illinois, 5'9 Long Island, New York.
Okay, thanks, 5'9 from Illinois. Appreciate what you're doing. 73, Merry Christmas.
Thank you for saying that. We appreciate it, too. We enjoy it, and it's a pleasure. It really is a pleasure. All 25 plus of us. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings. Sierra Victor Kilo, go ahead. Whiskey 2, is that Whiskey 2? Give me again, the Whiskey 2, come back again.
Whiskey 2, Victor Tango Bravo on the ground wave.
Yeah, on the ground wave. You got it, Chris. Thank you so much. Whiskey 2, Victor Tango Bravo. Yep, nice ground wave, Chris. 5 and 7, 5 and 7.
Hey, thanks so much. You're one away from a clean sweep, so thanks for taking my call, and Merry Christmas. 5-9, Northern New Jersey.
Thank you so much. My pleasure. Congratulations on the clean sweep. Glad we were able to do it. Our pleasure. Whiskey 2, Romeo.
Kilo Echo 8, Sierra Victor Kilo.
Mike Yankee, just stand by for a second. The Kilo Echo 8. Kilo Echo 8, please. Kilo Echo 8. Nothing heard. Mike Yankee.
Kilo Oscar 4, Lima, Mike Yankee.
Kilo Oscar 4, Lima, Mike Yankee. Thank you very much. Thank you. 5 and 9, Long Island, New York.
Roger, I have you 5-9 in Georgia, Golf Alpha, over.
Roger, let me just correct it. I have the zeros in the wrong place. Okay, and that's Don in Georgia. Is that correct?
Roger, Don in Georgia. I appreciate it, and y'all have a Merry Christmas.
You have a Merry Christmas as well, Don. Thank you very much. QRX stations. QRX for one moment. QRX.
Victor Yankee 2, Juliet Charlie, when you're all done tuning. Okay, that must be somebody else. I hear somebody tuning up there with an automatic tuner there. Yes, a Victor Yankee number 2, Juliet Charlie, Prince Edward Island. Same to you. All the best. VY2JC Claire.
We're back on the air stations. Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. I say QRZ.
Kilo Echo 8,
Kilo 8, Zulu Charlie Tango.
Alpha Romeo Mike.
The standby Alpha Romeo Mike. Standby 1 moment, please. Kilo Echo 8, go ahead.
Kilo Echo 8, Sierra
Kilo 8, Zulu Charlie Tango.
The Tango station, stand by 1 moment, too. The Kilo Echo 8 again, Kilo Echo 8.
Kilo Echo 8, Sugar Victor Kilo, QSL.
Yes, Sugar Victor Kilo. Thank you. Kilo Echo 8, Sugar Victor Kilo. Thank you so much. Gerald from Ohio, QSL.
QSL, thank you. I got one more to go for the Queen.
Go get him. Go get him. Congratulations on getting that clean sweep. Go get him. One more you need. Okay, I think it's the Alpha Romeo Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, November 8, Alpha Romeo Mike. QSL?
Oh, IQSL, thank you so much. November 8, Alpha Romeo Mike. Thank you so much for your patience. It's Peter, Long Island, New York. Go ahead.
QSL, you're 5 and 7, 57, 82 Michigan. I can do that. QSL?
Oh, QSL, a 5 and 7 in Michigan. Very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thank you for your patience waiting while I sorted out the other call. 73s. And thanks a lot for making contact with us at the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, Audrey. 73s. QRZ, I think there's a Tango station.
November 1, Bravo, Foxtrot Tango.
November 1, is that Bravo, Foxtrot Tango?
Yeah, QSL, what's yours?
Thank you, Philip. I appreciate that. Our call is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo is the call of the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. 5 golden rings you've earned. My home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. 5 and 9, Long Island, New York.
QSL, New York. I'm glad to get you. I'm over at Cape Cod, so we're not far from each other.
No, we're not, and I'm very surprised you've had such a solid signal there in Cape Cod today.
I got a lot of QRM here. Got people all over the place on the band. But I do hear you. You get your 5 and 7. Sounded really good, even with all that going on.
Well, that's great. You be safe and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thanks so much for making contact with 5th Annual 12 Days of Christmas Whiskey 2 Romeo. QRZ.
November, Quebec 2 Foxtrot.
November, Quebec 2 Foxtrot. Thank you, Scott. In Center Reach. Nice area, Scott. You done well. You had a 5 and 9 signal, Scott. Go ahead.
Okay, 5-9 plus here, of course, in Suffolk County. Beautiful signal. Wanted to check in. Say good afternoon. Norway Queen 2-5.
Well, thank you very much. Can we depend on you to see you for the January 8th, 25th year of Ham Radio University?
Oh, yeah. We'll definitely be there for HRU.
Thank you very much. Yes, and I'll be hosting the satellite forum at 11 a.m. on that day. But there's so many good forums. I'm sure you've seen them. And Scott, look forward to seeing you. Say hello when you come by HRU, please.
Yep, we'll do. Look forward to it. And we'll try to set up the satellite session as well. But like you say, there's a lot of great sessions there. I think there's going to be a very good turnout this year.
Scott, you're absolutely right. We're getting so many calls of inquiry, and a lot of folks can't wait to get back to a live performance rather than what we've done, which was pretty good. But this is a Long Island convention, and for the 25th year, it's very appropriate that we get there. So we look forward to seeing you and everybody else there. Thanks a lot.
7-3. If there's anything I can do to help, of course, just let me know.
Scott.
7-3. Happy holidays.
Thank you, Scott. Will do, and thank you very much for the offer. We'll surely try to take you up on that. QRZ, anyone, anywhere, this is Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha Mike. India Mike Yankee.
The Yankee station, stand by. The Kilo station, come on in.
This is Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha Mike.
Right, we got two of you there, but I think I've got one. Kilo Foxtrot 4, India Mike Mike. Is that Jim in North Carolina? I guess not. Kilo Fox 4, come in again.
Kilo Quebec 4, India Mike Yankee.
Oh, okay. Let's get this one. Kilo Quebec 4, India Mike Yankee. Thank you very much. 5-9 Long Island, New York.
Roger the 5-9. You're 5-9 Gulf Shores, Alabama. Thank you.
Beautiful place you live in. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. QRZ.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha Mike. Alpha Mike.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha Mike. Thank you, Paul, from Michigan. Peter, Long Island, New York.
Roger, Peter. Have you 5-9 plus 20 here in Michigan.
Thank you very much. Can you imagine if the beam was pointed your way? It's pointed southeast. 73's Merry Christmas from Long Island, New York. QRZ. Anyone, anywhere. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Charlie Tango, go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Kilo 8, Zulu, Charlie Tango. Bill in Ohio, great signal, 5-9.
Thank you, Bill, very much. I appreciate it. 5-9 plus as well. Good audio. Thank you, Bill. Kilo 8, Zulu, Charlie Tango. Anyway, hello there. QRZ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo X-ray 4 X-ray.
Kilo X-ray 4 X-ray. Thank you. 5-9 Long Island, New York. Dell, Alabama.
Roger, you're 5-9 Alabama.
Thank you very much. Sip of tea. Thank you for 5-9 Alabama. Merry Christmas from Long Island, New York. QRZ. Foxtrot, Quebec first. Foxtrot, Quebec.
Kilo Quebec 4, Juliet Foxtrot, Quebec. Over.
Yes, thank you very much. Kilo Quebec 4, Juliet Foxtrot, Quebec. Thank you. 5-9 Long Island, New York.
Roger, you're 5-9 plus at November Charlie, over.
Thank you for November Charlie. Merry Christmas from Long Island, New York. The name is Peter. QRZ.
Roger. Bravo, Yankee. Merry Christmas, 73s.
73s. Station with Tango in the call?
Zulu, Sierra 5, Whiskey, Tango, Foxtrot.
Zulu, Sierra 5, Whiskey, Tango, Foxtrot. Thank you very much. I believe you may be Brian Anthony from South Africa. 5-9, believe it or not. 5-9, Long Island, New York.
Yeah, Roger. Thank you very much for that. You're 5-8. Beautiful signal on the East Coast. Thank you. Merry Christmas, and thanks for the contact.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. A pleasure speaking to the East Coast of South Africa, 73s. QRZ?
November Alpha 9, Victor Yankee.
Victor Yankee, thank you very much. November Alpha 9, Victor Yankee, 5-9, Long Island, New York.
Thank you for another one. Only a few more to go for me. You're 5-9 into Southern Indiana.
You'll get them. They're very, very active, so good luck with that. And thank you, 73s. QRZ? November 7, Echo November Sierra, 5-7, Long Island, New York. Oh, Idaho. It's nice to get out to Idaho. We're starting to stretch the band a little bit west. Thank you so very much. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And thank you so very, very much for keeping us company here in Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5 golden rings, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. My name is Peter. Papa Echo Tango Echo Romeo. My home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Joe, thank you from Idaho. Merry Christmas. You're in the log. And good luck with the rest of them that you should get. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Oscar, Quebec, Mobile.
The Mobile station, just stand by 1 second. I'd like the Kilo Oscar 4. Go ahead.
Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Golf Tango.
Mike Golf Tango. Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Golf Tango. And this is Deborah in Georgia. Is that correct?
That's correct. Roger, Roger.
Thank you, Deborah. 5-9, Long Island, New York, and a very Merry Christmas to you. Thank you so very much for joining us here. QRZ, Whiskey 2, Juliet Victor. No, the Tango Mobile Station. The Mobile Station, go ahead.
November 8, Charlie, Oscar, Quebec, Mobile, Ken in Michigan, over.
Roger, Ken. That's a good signal. 5-9 plus, Ken, in the Mobile. Fantastic. And my antenna, you're on the back of the beam. That's great. November 8, Charlie, Oscar, Quebec. 5-9, and Merry Christmas from Long Island, New York.
Merry Christmas, Peter. 5-9 plus into Rochester Hills, Michigan. 7-3 from Charlie, Oscar, Quebec, Mobile.
Thank you, Rochester Hills, Michigan. That's a very, very pretty area. Good mobiling, safe mobiling, and a very Merry Christmas to you. QRZ. Romeo Victor Romeo. Kilo 4, Romeo Victor Romeo. Thank you very much. 5-7, Tracy, Long Island, New York. Thank you, Tracy, for the 5-7 Virginia. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thanks so very much for joining us for this party, the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. And it is a party. It is a ham radio party. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. I'm still here. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Name is Peter. QRZ. The station starting in November. Let's see now. Yes, I've got you, Matt. November 1, Mike Delta Lima, 5-7, Long Island, New York, Matt. Merry Christmas. My first Rhode Island station here, so on 20 meters. Pretty good. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, Matt. 73s. Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo Delta 2, Charlie Foxtrot Delta.
Thank you very much. Kilo Delta 2, Charlie Foxtrot Delta. Nice signaling. Very, very nice audio, Dale, from Long Island, New York. 5-9 plus.
QSL, you are also 20 over in Southwest Arkansas, and appreciate the contact.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate you making contact with us here for the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Thank you so much. The Lou and Sally worked very hard to put this together, and 25 operators are doing a banging job. We just love to work with them. And a gentleman who is working, I guess, the Whiskey 2 Papa, Don, was nice enough to give us the frequency. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
WB7, Bravo, Whiskey Zulu.
Bravo, Whiskey Zulu. Thank you, WB7, Bravo, Whiskey Zulu, 5-9, Long Island, New York.
Thank you so much for the activation. You're 55 in Montana. Merry Christmas and thanks again.
Thank you very much for Montana. I do appreciate that. So the band is stretching a little bit. Propagation is going our way. Merry Christmas to you. This is Peter, Long Island, New York, QRZ.
Kilo Echo number 8, Uniform Echo.
Kilo Echo 8, Uniform Echo. There's a foxtrot I heard in there. We'll get you in a second. Kilo Echo 8, Uniform Echo. Thank you, Dan, from Ohio. Peter, Long Island, New York.
Very good. You're 5-8 here in Northwest Ohio. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thanks for putting it on. KE8UE.
My pleasure for putting it on. Thank you very much for saying it. Really, thank you for those remarks. I appreciate that. Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year. QRZ. A lot of them I hear. Let's see. Let's try the Charlie first. Roger, 2 X-ray, 2 Echo 0, Mike Foxtrot Charlie. Is that Lee in Lancashire? Go ahead. Lee, thank you very much. 57 Long Island, New York, and a very Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for the contact. QRZ.
Kilo 8, Norway Alpha Papa.
Kilo 8, Norway Alpha Papa, 5 and 7, Long Island, New York.
QSL 5759 to you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you. QRZ. The little station is a little off frequency. Strong signal, but a little off frequency. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Victor Echo 4. Victor Echo 4 again, please. Roger, Victor Echo 4, Victor Zulu, 5 and 5, Long Island, New York.
Whiskey 9, Juliet, Alpha Bravo, W9, JAB, Arkansas, at Arkansas.
JAB, hold on 1 second. 1 second, JAB. Victor Echo 4, Victor Zulu, are you there? Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to well. Thank you very much. Juliet Alpha Bravo again.
Roger, W9, JAB, Arkansas. And could I get your personal call so I can QSL you a card?
Well, thank you very much. And I think I'll do that for you. You know why? Because you've got the same name as my father. May he rest in peace. I love the name Joe. Beautiful name. Thank you. Yes, my home call is Whiskey 2, Juliet Victor. Whiskey 2, Japan, Victoria. QSL?
Roger. And thank you for the Whiskey 2, Roger, because I'm only 3 away now. Yay.
Oh, man, let's give you an applause. Okay, give you an applause. 3 away, you'll get there. They're very active, all 25 operators. Congratulations, Joe, and have a very Merry Christmas.
You as well. 73, Merry Christmas.
73s to you as well. Whiskey 2, Romeo, QRZ.
Kilo 6, Romeo. Kilo Echo 8, Whiskey Alpha.
The Whiskey Alpha, standby 1 momento. The Kilo 6, go ahead.
Kilo 6, Romeo Bravo Victor.
Roger, Kilo 6, Romeo Bravo Victor, 5-9, Long Island, New York.
You're 5-9 in the Oscar Hotel. Hey, thanks so much for what you do, and have a very Merry Christmas, my friend.
Thank you, Mike, very much. I appreciate that. Very Merry Christmas, a prosperous and humorous New Year. Who do we want now? How about the Whiskey Alpha? Go ahead.
Roger. It's Kilo Echo 8, Whiskey Alpha. You're 5-9, Ohio. And what's your call again, please?
Thank you very much, Gary. You're 5-9, Long Island, New York, Kilo Echo 8, Whiskey Alpha. The call is Whiskey 2, Romeo, which is 5 golden rings. And my home call is Whiskey 2, Juliet Victor. QSL?
QSL. Happy holidays to you. Thank you.
And a happy and healthy holidays to you. I hope I don't have to do too much talking during the holidays because I may be mute. 73, sir. QRZ, Whiskey 2, Romeo. Foxtrot, India, Quebec. Come back again?
Whiskey 3, Foxtrot, India, Quebec. Over.
Right, it's over. Okay. Whiskey 3, Foxtrot, India, Quebec. Thank you, Matt, from Pennsylvania, 5 and 7. Thank you for the 5-9, Western Pennsylvania. Can you imagine if my beam was on you? Well done. Congratulations and very Merry Christmas. Thank you. QRZ, Whiskey 2, Romeo.
Kilo Delta 9, Sierra Delta X-ray.
The Sierra Delta X-ray, come back.
Yes, this is Kilo Delta 9, Sierra Delta X-ray, Linus, Lima, India, November, Alpha Sierra, out of Melrose Park, Illinois, about 12 miles west of the lakefront, and you are pushing a 5-9 Whiskey 2 Romeo, Kilo Delta 9, Sierra Delta X-Ray.
Linus, thank you very much. Yeah, you've got a 5-9 plus for sure. Kilo Delta 9, Sierra Delta X-Ray. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thanks for making contact with Whiskey 2 Romeo, and have a very Merry Christmas. QRZ, anyone, anywhere, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Delta November Echo, Whiskey Delta 4, Delta November Echo, 5-9, Long Island, New York.
Oh, you are 5-9, Bristol, Virginia, doing a nice job down here. Great audio. Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much for that report. I appreciate that. It takes a while, to get great audio. I guess you got to start with a great mic, and I have the Heil PR781, and it is a winner. Love the mic. Thank you, Bob Heil, for creating such a good mic. 73s. I don't have any stock in Heil. QRZ, this is Whiskey 2 Romeo. These Ontario stations stand by. Whiskey 4 again? Okay, give me your call. Italy again, go ahead. Okay, let me make sure I got that. Italy 0, Italy Zulu 0, Japan Romeo Oscar. Is that correct? Roger, and that's Alexandro in Roma, in Italy. QSL? Roger that. Thank you very much. 73s. QRZ, anyone anywhere? Whiskey 2 Romeo.
W2R, this is W2HTO, Whiskey 2, Hotel Tango Oscar.
All right, one whiskey to another. Whiskey 2 Hotel Tango Oscar. Thank you. 5-9 plus, Long Island, New York.
Whiskey 2 Romeo. This is W2HTO, your 5-9 here, plus in Akron, Ohio. I have a W2 call sign, but I live in Akron now.
Well, you're allowed to do that. Thank you very much. Akron, Ohio is a lovely place. Thank you. Right near the great Ham Fest. 73s, Merry Christmas from Long Island, New York. Let me take a sip of tea. Stand by 1 second. Stand by. Okay, we're back. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings.
Kilo Delta 8, Charlie, Quebec, Charlie, Alpha 5, Tango X-Ray.
All righty, let's first go with Kilo Delta 8, Charlie, Quebec, Charlie. Thank you. 5-9, Long Island, New York.
QSL, thank you for taking my call. You're 5555 here in the state of Michigan. Merry Christmas, 73. Thanks for doing this.
Peter, Merry Christmas to you, and my name is Peter also, and have a very happy New Year. QRZ?
WA5QX. Whiskey 4, Fox Lima Juliet.
Fox, let's see, the Fox Lima Juliet standby. The whiskey station, go ahead.
WA5QX Whiskey, Alpha 5, Tango X-Ray.
Roger. Whiskey Alpha 5, Tango X-Ray, 5 and 7, Long Island, New York. Thank you, Bill, very much for the 5-9 in Texas. Let's see. I think the Fox Lima. Go ahead.
Whiskey 4, Fox Lima Juliet, year 5-9, Tennessee.
Thank you very much. Whiskey 4, Fox Lima. Let me get that right. Whiskey 4, Fox Lima Juliet. Thank you so much. And this is Frank in Tennessee.
QSL.
Thank you, Frank. Have a very lovely Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thank you very, very much. Got a nice signal. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. The station ending in Bravo?
Kilowatt 0, Golf, Oscar, Bravo. Good old boy.
You're a good old boy. Kilowatt 0, Golf, Alpha, Bravo. 5-9, Long Island, New York.
Golf, Oscar, Bravo. Golf, Oscar, Bravo. 5-9, Mike Oscar.
Right, and that's George. Is that correct?
Negative, Roger. It's K0, Golf, Oscar, Bravo. Good old boy.
K0, Golf, Oscar, Bravo. QSL?
Hi, QSL. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, and thank you for the correction. The station with X-ray in the call?
Kilowatt 9, Yankee X-Ray.
Kilowatt 9, Yankee X-ray. Thank you. 5-9, Long Island, New York.
5-9 in India Lima, Illinois.
Thank you, Tom, for India Lima. Appreciate that. Merry Christmas from Long Island. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Station with United in the call? Once again, almost got it. November Yankee 1 again? I'm. S-
Yankee 1 United, W2R. Thanks for Merry Christmas. Thanks for being there. Beautiful special event. And 7-3 to you and the family. Over.
Thank you. Before you go, let me make sure I have your call right. Is that November Yankee 1 United?
It's November Yankee 1 United. November Yankee 1 United. 7-3.
7-3s, Mike. Thank you. I've got you from Plainfield, Connecticut. And if you can make Ham Radio University, we'd love to see you there. 73s. Merry Christmas. QRZ, I think there's an X-ray station. Victor X-ray Romeo, come in again. Roger, November 8, Victor X-ray Romeo, 5 and 7, Long Island, New York. Thank you. Merry Christmas. QRZ? November 0 before the Yankee. November 0? Roger. November 0, Sugar Dog Hotel. Thank you, sir. 5 and 7, Long Island, New York.
You're 5-9 here into Minneapolis, St. Paul. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. QRZ? Station ending in Yankee. Kilo Whiskey Romeo Yankee. Kilo Golf 5 Whiskey Romeo Yankee. 5-7 Long Island, New York.
You're also 5-7 into North Texas. Thank you for the contact. 73.
And thank you as well for the contact. Merry Christmas. QRZ?
Kilo Delta 8 Echo X-ray.
Echo X-ray X-ray. Kilo Delta 8 Echo X-ray X-ray. 5-7 Long Island, New York.
Roger, Roger. You're 5-9 into Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio. 7-3.
73 and a very Merry Christmas to you. QRZ, anyone, anywhere. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Lima Yankee, come on in. The Lima Yankee station.
Alpha Bravo 9, Lima Yankee.
Thank you. Alpha Bravo 9, Lima Yankee. Thank you, sir, very much. 5 and 7, Long Island, New York.
QSL, you're 5 and 7 in Illinois. I'm running QRP.
How much QRP? How many watts?
5 watts on a ST817 by Yaesu.
Yeah, I know that radio well. And the radio also produces very good audio. Congratulations. Nice signal. A true 5 and 7 from Long Island, New York. Merry Christmas. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5 golden rings, the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Certificate is available through K2RYD. My name is Peter, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. My home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, located in Long Island, New York, 45 miles southeast of New York City. QRZ, Kilo 2 Romeo.
Whiskey 9, Sierra Lima Bravo.
Sierra Lima Bravo first. Whiskey 9, Sierra Lima Bravo, 5-9, Long Island, New York.
Roger, 5-9 to the mountains of North Carolina.
The mountains of North Carolina. Sounds just so romantic. Thank you so very much. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Victor, Tango India.
Tango India, stand by 1 second, please. The Victor Echo 3.
Victor Echo 3, Alpha Golf Victor.
Thank you very much. Victor Echo 3, Alpha Golf Victor. Thank you. 5-9, Long Island, New York.
QSL, thanks for taking the call. You're 5-9 in London, Ontario, Canada. QSL?
QSL, London, Ontario, Canada. Thank you so very much. QRZ?
Kilo Quebec 4, Alpha Tango India.
Kilo Quebec 4, Alpha Tango India. Thank you. 5-9, Long Island, New York.
QSL, you're 5-9 also in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia.
Oh, what a I'm getting some beautiful places. You lucky people. You lucky people. I don't have to wish you a happy because you're happy. I'll give it to you anyway. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Whiskey 2 Kilo Uniform.
The uniform station, come in again. The station with a uniform in the call.
Whiskey 2 Kilowatt Uniform.
Thank you very much. Whiskey 2 Kilowatt Uniform. I think this is Vincent in New Jersey. QSL? Merry Christmas to you, Vincent from New Jersey. Thank you, and a Happy New Year. Thanks for the contact to Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ.
Kilo
There's a Sierra Bravo station. Go ahead. Roger, Kilo Delta 5, Sierra Bravo Papa. Roger the 5-9 and Mike Sugar. You're 5-9, also Long Island, New York. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. QRZ.
Kilo Quebec 4, Alpha Uniform Delta.
Alpha Uniform Delta. Thank you. Kilo Quebec 4, Alpha Uniform. Let me get that right. Alpha Uniform Delta. Thank you. 5-9, Long Island, New York.
QSL, you are 5-9 into Kilo Yankee, Northern Kentucky. Merry Christmas.
Thank you for Northern Kentucky, and very Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you. QRZ?
Kilo Alpha 5, Yankee Bravo.
Yankee Bravo?
Kilo Alpha 5, Foxtrot, Yankee Bravo.
Kilo Alpha 5, Foxtrot Yankee Bravo, 5-9, Long Island, New York.
Thank you very much. You're 5-9 into North Texas.
Thank you very much for the 5-9 North Texas. Congratulations. Great signal. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Kilo Papa again.
Kilo Papa 4 Lima, KP 4 Lima.
KP4 Lima, thank you, and very good afternoon to you. 5-9, Long Island, New York. Gerardo, nice signal. 73 is Puerto Rico. Thank you. Be well. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
November 0, Sierra Tango Papa.
First in November 0, go ahead.
November 0, Sierra Tango Papa.
November 0, Sierra Tango Papa. 5-9, Long Island, New York. Merry Christmas.
You're 5 and 7 in Minnesota. 7-3. Happy holidays.
Let me make sure I have the call right. Is that November 0, Sierra Tango Bravo?
Negative. November 0, Sierra Tango Papa. Papa, over.
Roger. November 0, Sierra Tango Papa. That I got it right now. Thank you so much. 7th reason. Very Merry Christmas to you. QRZ?
November 9, Golf Yankee.
November 9, Golf Yankee. 5-9, Long Island, New York.
QSL 5-9, just outside of Chicago, Illinois.
Just outside Chicago, Illinois. I think it's Crystal Lake. Thank you. 73's Merry Christmas from Long Island, New York. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. OPR, go ahead.
Thank you. WO4ROG, WA8OPR.
Let me make sure I have that right. Is that Whiskey 8 Oscar Papa Romeo?
Whiskey America 8, over.
Okay. Whiskey America 8 Oscar Papa Romeo. That's Terry in Michigan?
QSL, you're 5-9 plus in Detroit.
Thank you, Terry from Detroit. 5-9, also 5-9 plus Long Island. QRZ? We got a couple of Foxtrots, but the first Foxtrot, I believe, is Victor Echo 3 Tango Oscar Foxtrot, 5-7 Long Island, New York.
QSL, you are 5-8 Ontario.
Merry Christmas. Thank you for the 5-8 Ontario. Other Foxtrot, come on in.
Kilo Charlie 3, Romeo Foxtrot.
Kilo Charlie 3 Romeo Foxtrot, 5-7 Long Island, New York.
5-7 Western Pennsylvania, Papa Alpha.
That's pretty good for Papa Alpha. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. QRZ? The November Victor again? The station ending in Sierra?
November Victor 0, Sierra.
Gotcha. November Victor 0, Sierra. Thank you. 5-7 Long Island, New York.
Roger, thank you. 5-7 into Colorado. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well from Long Island, New York. Thank you. 73's. QRZ?
November 8, Mike Echo.
November 8, Mike Echo. 5-9 Long Island, New York.
Thank you. You're 5-9 in Ohio.
Thank you, Mark, for the 5-9 in Ohio. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. The Delta Hotel. The Whiskey Bravo 9, is that hotel? Roger, Whiskey Bravo 9, Hotel Delta Hotel. 5-5, Long Island, New York, Jim. Thank you.
Thank you, and I'm QRP here, 10 watts, and you are 5-9, over.
Yeah, you just came up to a 5-7, honestly. Thank you very much, Jim. Good looking good. QRZ, Whiskey 2, Romeo. Is that Kilo Papa 3 Juliet?
That's correct. Jose in Puerto Rico, over.
Thank you, Jose from Puerto Rico. 5-9, Long Island, New York. Merry Christmas to you and good fishing for you. Thank you. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5 golden rings, 5th annual 12 days of Christmas. Home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Name is Peter. Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. Long Island, New York. QRZ.
Victor Echo 3, X-Ray Foxtrot Delta.
X-Ray Foxtrot Delta. Okay, X-Ray Foxtrot Delta. Victor Echo 3, X-Ray Foxtrot Delta. 5-9, Long Island, New York.
Roger, you're 5-9 into Southern Ontario. You're doing a great job. Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. Hopefully I'll get a raise maybe a bonus, but thank you so much. Have a wonderful Merry Christmas from Long Island, New York to you, sir, in Canada. QRZ. The Kilo Delta again? Okay, we'll take the Whiskey 2 Yankee Kilo and find out where you are. Wait a minute. I know who you are. Frank, good signal. 5-5, Long Island, New York.
Yeah, Peter, I must say, I had to crank up the power before you heard me. I was busy with the HS0 and the XV9 up on the FT8. Anyway, have a Merry Christmas and a healthy New Year and a good DXing.
Frank, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, you can hear the scatter, so it's an interesting propagation, but thanks a lot for cranking up the power, and it's a pleasure to hoot to you, Frank, and say a very Merry Christmas to you. Thanks a lot for keeping me company here. Merry Christmas, Frank. Thank you. 73s.
73, have fun.
I will do it for sure. My throat may be not thinking it, but maybe I am. I got to take some lessons from Adrian. QRZ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo India 4, Mike Oscar, QSL.
Kilo India 4. Is that Kilo India 4, Mike Oscar?
Yeah, roger that. Kilo India 4, Mike Oscar for November Charlie. You're coming 5-9 in November Charlie, over.
Thank you, Jay. 5-9 here in Long Island, New York. Thank you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thanks a lot for making contact with us, the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, 73, all the best.
73s to you. Tango Alpha again? Roger, is that Kilo Alpha 0 Tango Alpha Oscar? Roger, 5-7, and that's Larry in Arkansas? Okay, I want to make sure I have the call right. So it's Kilo Alpha 0 Tango Alpha Oscar. QSL? Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Larry. Thank you so much for the contact. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Alpha Charlie 8, X-Ray Bravo.
Alpha Charlie 8, X-Ray Bravo. The YL, please stand by. 5-9, Long Island, New York.
Roger, I have you 5-9, Southeast Michigan. Merry Christmas and 73s.
Thank you, Peter. Merry Christmas and 73s to you, and thank you. The YL, please. Nothing heard. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo, November 4, Yankee Charlie Kilo.
Yankee Charlie Kilo, thank you. Kilo, November 4, Yankee Charlie Kilo. Thank you so very much. And I've got to say to you, Merry Christmas. I don't have to, I want to. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you. And I think that lady behind you may be your wife. Hope it's not your girlfriend. Go ahead.
I hear you. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you also. Have a good time.
Yeah, we know a girlfriend wouldn't smile that much. So that's a smile from a beautiful wife. Merry Christmas to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. 73.
73s. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Mike.
The station with Mike in the call?
Whiskey 0, Whiskey Mike.
Whiskey 0, Whiskey Mike. W's are wild. Thank you so much. 5-9, Long Island, New York, David.
You're 5-9 plus 10 here in Missouri. Could you tell me the quality of this audio on here I have? I put a different mic on.
Yeah, I think the quality. I think the mic it's sounding a little bit weak. Perhaps it needs some more highs. I think in the audio. You want to stand by? You want to give me another test? It's readable, but it could be clearer. It's a little bit muffled.
right, I'll move up a little bit closer here. I was trying to ways away from it. It's just an old singer mic, stage mic that I hooked up to this thing. So I was just curious. I've got a preamp on it. I might have it a little too high.
Yeah, that's better. You want to turn back the preamp a little bit?
All right, I've got a bunch of bleed over here, so I'm having a hard time understanding you. But I did get you at a 5.9 here, so we'll let you go and make some more contact. 0 Whiskey Mike.
Okay, 73s, and thank you. The mic works pretty well. Don't worry about it. Kilo 2 Romeo, QRZ. The Kilo 9 station? Did I hear a Kilo 9?
November 9, Yankee Hotel Whiskey.
Yes, November 9. November 9, Hotel, I think I have it. Is it November 9, Hotel Yankee Whiskey?
Negative. Yankee Hotel Whiskey. Yankee Hotel Whiskey.
Okay, let's try again. So, November 9, Yankee Hotel Whiskey.
QSL, you are 56 in the India, Lima.
Roger, thanks for repeating the call. 55 Long Island, New York, and Merry Christmas to you. Thank you. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Victor Oscar 1, United Kilo.
Yeah, that's a big signal. Victor Oscar 1, United Kilo. Yeah, 5.9 with plus. Thank you. Peter, Long Island, New York.
Thank you. 5.9 as well. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. And it's Victor, let's see, let me make sure I have it right. I think I've got it. Victor, is it Victor Oscar 1, United Kilo?
Yeah, that's correct.
Dwayne in Canada. Thank you, Dwayne. 73s and Merry Christmas. QRZ.
Victor Echo 3, Kilo Echo 8, Victor Charlie Hotel.
The Victor Charlie Hotel. Hold on a second. The Kilo Delta station?
Kilo Delta 0, Whiskey Hotel Charlie.
Got it. Whiskey Hotel Charlie. Kilo Delta 0, Whiskey Hotel Charlie. 5 and 7, Long Island, New York.
Thank you. This is Brian in Indiana. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Brian from Indiana. Thank you very much. The Victor Charlie?
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Charlie Hotel.
Victor Charlie Hotel. Thank you. Kilo Echo 8, Victor Charlie Hotel. Thank you. 5 and 9, Long Island, New York.
5 and 9, Northwest Ohio. Over.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 Golden Rings, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. You know the drill. You get a certificate, and K2RYD will present that to you, or you'll present it to yourself. You'll download that, I believe, after January 31st. If you have any questions, you can go to my website, which is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor on QRZ, and get some more information if I wasn't so clear, which is probably true. My name is Peter, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. We've been operating 2 hours, 17 minutes, and 52 seconds. I am also streaming on Twitch TV. So if you'd like to hear some audio from Twitch TV on a beautiful pan adapter, go to my station, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor on Twitch TV. Okay, that's all for that. Let's get back to business. Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Victor Echo 3, Tango Charlie Sierra.
Victor Echo 3, Charlie Tango Sierra. Is that correct?
Tango Charlie Sierra, Toronto, Canada Sugar, QSL.
Yes, Victor Echo 3. Give it to me one more time, please. Go ahead.
Tango Charlie Sierra.
Okay, yeah, I got that right. Victor Echo 3, Charlie Tango Sierra. It's Tim in Canada. QSL?
Yeah, it is Tim, but it's Tango Charlie Sierra. You got the the C and the T inverted there.
Victor Echo 3, Tango Charlie Sierra. Is that correct?
Yeah, Roger there, Peter. I got you 5.9 in Windsor, Ontario.
Thank you very much, Tim. Merry Christmas, and thank you for your patience on that. Be well. QRZ.
Kilo Oscar 4, Quebec, Mike.
Kilo Oscar 4, Quebec, Mike. 5.9, Long Island, New York.
5.9, Central Florida. Thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. Let me make sure to call Kilo. Yeah, I know what I did. It's Kilo Oscar. I always put it wrong. Kilo Oscar 4. Let's get that right. Kilo Oscar. I want to get that. Stand by 1 second before I leave you. Kilo Oscar 4, Quebec, Mike. That's Roger in Florida. QSL?
QSL.
Thank you, Roger. QSL, let's see. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
November 9, Japan, Zulu, Yankee.
Japan, Zulu, Yankee. November 9, Japan, Zulu, Yankee. Nice signal, 5.9, Long Island, New York.
QSL got a good 5-8 here in Chicago today. Thank you for the comeback and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, and thank you for the 5-8 in Chicago, Paul. 73s, be well, be safe. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo Quebec 4, Mike Quebec November.
Kilo Quebec 4. Kilo Quebec 4, come back again.
Kilo Quebec 4, Mike Quebec November.
I got that. Kilo Quebec 4, Mike Quebec November. Thank you. Robert from South Carolina. Peter, New York, 5 and 7.
Ah, thank you. 5-9 here. Nice signal.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. QRZ.
Merry Christmas to you.
I think there's a ZZ. Go ahead. Station ending in Victor. Sierra Foxtrot Victor. Okay, Sierra Foxtrot Victor. Give me your call again. Thank you. Foxtrot 4. Foxtrot Sierra Victor. Is that Oliver? Is that Oliver? QSL, Oliver, for the 5859. You're 5'8" also. Pretty good, considering the beam is not there. Merry Christmas, Oliver. Thank you very much for the contact. '73, Happy New Year. QRZ. X-Ray Quebec, thank you. Alpha Alpha 1, X-Ray Quebec. Thank you very much. Let me get that right. X-Ray Quebec. Alpha Alpha 1 X-Ray Quebec. Thank you. Is that Michael in Rhode Island? QSL 5-6 into Romeo Indio. Yeah, you're 5-7. Long Island, New York. Thank you, Michael. Merry Christmas to you. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, 5th annual 12 days of Christmas. We're going to be here until the 25th. And so if you don't have the call, you can get it. You'll have time. Whiskey 2 Romeo, stand by a second.
Zulu Sierra 1 Oscar Bravo.
Zulu Sierra 1 Oscar Bravo. Zulu Sierra 1 Oscar Bravo. Thank you so very much. Peter, Long Island, New York.
Oh, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Zulu Sierra 1 Oscar Bravo. You're 5-9 in Cape Town, South Africa. QSL.
QSL, let me make sure of the call. I don't have it exactly right. Give me your call one more time.
Okay, the call on the site is Zulu Sierra 1 Oscar Bravo. Zulu Sierra number 1 Oscar Bravo. Zanzibar Sugar number 1 Ocean Baker. QSL.
Yes, let me see now. There, okay. I still have the wrong letter. Zulu Sierra 1 Oscar Bravo. And if I've got this all right, it's Nels, correct?
Correct. Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Zulu Sierra 1 Oscar Bravo. Yeah, the name is Nielsen. QTH Cape Town, South Africa. QSL.
QSL, Nels. You know, I'll tell you something. You're a good 10 over 9 here, and my beam is not very close to you. It's off by about 30 degrees. So fantastic signals from Cape Town, South Africa this afternoon, this evening. Thank you so much, Nels. Merry Christmas.
Okay, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Zulu Sierra 1 Oscar Bravo. Yeah, I'm just running ICOM 7300, 400 whiskies, and an inverted V antenna. Only inverted V antenna, 7 meters to the apex, 7 meters above ground. Very humble little station on this side. But you are a 5'9", no problem there. Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Zulu Sierra 1 Oscar Bravo.
Nels, that's wonderful. Well, propagation certainly helps, but the 7300 does what a wonderful job because your audio is outstanding. By the way, the call for the fifth annual 12 Days of Christmas is Whiskey 2 Romeo, and that's my home call, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Thank you, Nels. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and thanks so much for the contact today.
Okay, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Zulu Sierra 1 Oscar Bravo. Yeah. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and good health and a prosperous New Year with good health to you and the family. And 73, and thanks for the contact. Zulu Sierra 1 Oscar Bravo clear.
Thank you very much from Cape Town, South Africa. 73s, be well. Thank you. Have a very Merry Christmas. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo Alpha 8.
I got an Echo and a Delta, but first the Kilo Alpha 8. Go ahead.
Kilo Alpha 8, Sugar United.
Kilo Alpha 8, Sugar United. Thank you. 5-9, Long Island, New York.
Thanks for the 5-9. You're also 5-9
Echo
here
Alpha
in
8,
Mike,
Oscar
India.
Bravo, QRB.
Have a wonderful Christmas.
You have a wonderful Christmas as well, too. There's a QRP station. Go ahead.
Thank you. Echo Alpha 8, Oscar Bravo, QRP, Canary Island. Copy?
Echo Alpha 8, Oscar Bravo. Yes. 5 and 7, Mario, Long Island, New York. How you doing?
Roger, 59 plus in Canary Island. I'm running only 10 watts. 10 watts, QSL?
QSL, 10 watts. Congratulations. And if I look at the QRZ page, it looks like an FT817.
Roger.
Merry Christmas to you, and thank you for the contact. QRZ.
73.
Alpha Kilo. Is that Alpha Kilo 4 Delta?
That's affirmative. Alpha Kilowatt 4 Delta. You're coming in 5-9 North Carolina, QSL.
QSL 5-9 North Carolina, Terry. Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year. And thank you for contacting Whiskey 2 Romeo. 5 golden rings, 5th annual 12 days of Christmas. Home call Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. Name is Peter. Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Well, have we run out of steam? Maybe, after 2 hours and 26 minutes. QRZ, anyone, anywhere, for Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, 5th annual, 12 days of Christmas. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. The station with Juliet, Nicole? Roger, Victor Echo 2, Sierra India Juliet, 5 and 5, Gene, Long Island, New York. Roger that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. CQ. CQ calling CQ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ calling CQ, 5th annual 12 days of Christmas. This is 5 golden rings, Whiskey 2 Romeo. CQ, and standing by.
Whiskey 2.
Echo first.
Kilo Romeo 5, Echo.
Okay, got it. Kilo Romeo 5, Echo. 5 and 7, Long Island, New York. Merry Christmas from Long Island to Texas. Thank you very much. QRZ.
November 0, Alpha, Oscar, Alpha.
I got that. November 0, Alpha, Oscar, Alpha. Is that correct?
Roger, you got it.
Justin from Missouri. Thank you, Justin. 5 and 9. Nice signal, nice audio, Justin. Whatever you're doing, don't touch a thing.
Roger that. We appreciate the flowers. You've got a beautiful 5-9 into Kansas City, sounding fantastic.
Oh, that's wonderful here, and thank you as well. Appreciate that. You know, fantastic takes some work. So on both sides of us, we're working hard at it. Thank you very much. 73s, and have a wonderful day. QRZ, anyone anywhere, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Whiskey 2, X-Ray Sierra.
X-Ray Sierra. Nice signal and very nice audio, sir. Whiskey 2, X-Ray Sierra. Why not? Northport, New York, you should have good audio. Right, John?
I should, yes. Hopefully you can hear me. 5-9 New York. Have fun.
I more than hear you, John. You're like 15 over, and that's really surprising. Fantastic. And by the way, I'm looking at your QRZ page for the first time. Your profile picture looks like a professional station. John, we're going to see you at Ham Radio University?
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it this year, so I'm going to say no at this point.
Understand. I know you'd want to make it if you could, but thank you. And have a very, John, happy and healthy New Year, 73s.
73, same to you.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Be well. QRZ, anyone anywhere, for Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 days of Christmas.
Whiskey 4, Mike Oscar.
Whiskey 4, Papa Mike Oscar. Whiskey 4, Papa Mike Oscar. If that's right, I don't think it's right. No, correct me on the call, Whiskey 4.
Whiskey 4, Papa,
Mike Oscar, QSL.
I have just a Whiskey 4 Papa. Go ahead. Yeah, the Whiskey 4 again.
Whiskey 4, Papa, Germany, Mexico. Whiskey 4, Papa, Golf, Mike. Over, over.
Thank you so much. Whiskey 4, Papa Golf Mike. Thank you, Paul, from Tennessee. 5-9 now in the clear, Long Island, New York.
You're 20 over in Knoxville, Tennessee. Great signal, great audio.
Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. 73s, and thanks for correcting the call. Very Merry Christmas to you. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Kilo Mike, yeah. Now have a station about an eyelash away. That's about 40 over. Stand by a second. Yeah, let's try to work it again. Whiskey 2 Romeo.
N0, Victor Yankee uniform.
Good. Hopefully he was there for one call. N0, Victor Yankee uniform. Thank you. 5-9, Scott, Long Island, New York.
Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. And I got a 5-9 here over on the North Shore of Lake Superior, so thanks for being there today.
The North Shore of Lake Superior. You must have a lot of winter boots there. Go ahead.
You know, I have a lot of winter boots, but I haven't got a chance to use them yet this year. Right now it's 37.4 degrees and it's going to rain today.
Wow, that is unusual. That really is strange, but the weather has been odd all along. Well, enjoy yourself, and maybe you won't have to use boots much this year. 73s, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, too. Take care.
Thank you. From Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 Golden Rings, 5th Annual 12 Days of Christmas, QRZ.
Whiskey Delta 9, Delta Whiskey Tango.
Delta Whiskey Tango, Whiskey Delta 9, Delta Whiskey Tango, 5-9 plus, David, Long Island, New York.
Hey, great. Good to talk to you. You're also 5-9 here in Indianapolis.
Speedway, Indiana. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you, and have a very Merry Christmas and a safe New Year, and a prosperous one, too. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo 4, Sierra Alpha Whiskey.
Sierra Alpha Whiskey. Whiskey 4, Sierra Alpha Whiskey. Whiskey 4. Why did I say kilo? It's Whiskey 4, Sierra Alpha Whiskey. And if I'm right, it's Stephen in Indiana.
Roger, it's Kilo 4, Sierra Alpha Whiskey. You got the name right. You're about 4-4 today with me in Indiana. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. And you're 5-7 here in Long Island, New York. Thank you very much for the contact, and a very, very Merry Christmas to you. Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Kilo Bravo 5, Golf Hotel.
Kilo Bravo 5, Golf Hotel, 5-9, Long Island, New York.
Okay, thank you. You're 5-9 in Georgia.
Thank you, the 5-9 in Georgia, and Merry Christmas to you from the entire team of 5th Annual 12 Days of Christmas. Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Thank you, 73.
73s to you. Thank you so much. Whiskey 2 Romeo, QRZ.
Bravo 5, Kilo Mike.
The X-ray station first.
November 8th, Victor Oscar X-ray.
Victor Oscar X-ray. Thank you. November 8th, Victor Oscar X-ray. 59, Anthony. 59, Long Island, New York.
Very good. Yeah, you're 59 to Southwest Michigan. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas, 7-3.
Merry Christmas and 73s to you. The station with Mike in the call. Station with Mike in the call. Go ahead. Nothing heard. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Alpha Bravo 5, Kilo Mike.
Radio Germany.
The Radio Germany standby. The Alpha Bravo 5. Go ahead.
Alpha Bravo 5, Kilo Mike.
Alpha Bravo 5, Kilo Mike. Thank you. 5-9, Long Island, New York. Kent, a very Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you so much. Stand by. The Romeo Golf. Stand by a moment. Okay, now the station is gone. QRZ, Romeo Golf, please.
Yeah, Whiskey 2, Radio VK7, Radio Germany. On Victor Kilowatt 7, Radio Germany. On the long path, good morning, New York way from the island of Tasmania, over.
Yes, thank you. I had a little interference in the call. Let me try that again. Victor, is that Victor Kilo 7 Romeo Germany? Go ahead.
Roger, Whiskey 2 Radio, you are correct. Name is Rod, Radio Ocean Delta. Lovely to hear you coming through via the long path. A very good morning from the island, over.
Yes, I am long path too, but not on purpose, because I'm working a lot of the southern part of the United States. So I'm long path, and you've got an absolutely wonderful signal, Rod. 5 and 7, Long Island, New York.
Yeah, also 57. Your report 5 and 7, mate. Yeah, lovely to see the band working and keep up the great work. W2 Radio. Always a pleasure to hear you guys coming through so well, over.
Yes, that is amazing. That really is fantastic, and it really is an honor. And your audio is outstanding. What kind of microphone are you using, Rod?
Yeah, we're using a Rode. It's a Rode Dynamic Studio mic. And it's called a Rode Dynamic the radio. The Yaesu FT950, mate, over.
The FT950 and the Rogue. Yes, I looked at the Rogue mic, but I didn't have enough dollars to buy it at the time. So, but it is a wonderful mic, and yeah, it looks fantastic there on your QRZ page. Rod, let me say the best of 73s, and it's probably somewhere around, what is it, around 7 o'clock in the morning right now?
Yeah, we're just heading around about 5 minutes to 8 in the morning, mate. 5 minutes to 8 in the morning. Sunny, beautiful, clear, blue sky, over.
Well, roger that, really. Well, the Australian Open is coming soon. I know it's not near you, but we'll be looking forward to that warm weather to watch it on the telly. 73s, Rod, Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year to you.
You too, mate. All the very best. Happy holidays to you, your family, and the listeners. 73 from the island, mate. W2 Radio, VK7RG, Rodney Hobart. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, VK7R. Now, it's VK7RJ. J is in Juliet?
Yeah, G for Germany. G for Germany, over.
Yes, I got that. I wanted to make sure I had that right. Thank you, Rod. 73s, be well, and thank you so much for the time. QRZ, anyone, anywhere, Whiskey 2 Romeo. QRZ? Kilowatt 4, India Tango Bravo. Thank you. 5 and 7, Long Island, New York. Thank you, too. Thanks for the 5-7 in Virginia. Appreciate that. Merry Christmas. My name is Peter, Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo. My home call, Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor, Northport, Long Island, New York. Thank you very much. 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas, QRZ. The Italy station, stand by. The Victor Alpha station? Yeah, I have a very strong station here that's nearby. Victor Alpha again? Victor Alpha again? Is that Victor Alpha 3 Kilo Delta? Thank you, Tom. Yeah, there's a station that's about 40 over right near us, so I don't know how much longer. I may have to slide up a bit, slide up band a bit. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Victor Echo 1, Oscar Romeo.
Oscar Romeo, thank you. Okay. Victor, you got in there. Victor Echo 1, Oscar Romeo, 5-9, Long Island, New York.
QSL, well, you're 30 over here in Nova Scotia, QSL.
That's nice, 30 over. And my beam really is not too close to you, so very interesting propagation. Thank you, 73s, and a very Merry Christmas. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. The Bravo Sierra? Yeah, this station is just throwing out tons and tons of splatter. I'm going to slide a little bit. I'm going to slide this, maybe a KC or two. Stand by. Let me see if I can get off his carrier. Stand by. I may be okay. I hope you can follow me. CQ calling, CQ, CQ calling, CQ. Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, CQ. CQ calling, CQ, CQ calling, CQ. This is the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, QRZ.
Whiskey Mike 0 Echo.
Thank you, Whiskey Mike 0. Get that right, 0 Echo. Thank you so very much. 5-9, Long Island, New York.
Thank
Thank you so much, 59 Kilo Sierra.
Thank you for Kilo Sierra. Merry Christmas, and thank you, Jeff. QRZ. CQ calling CQ, CQ calling CQ, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, the 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. Oscar Papa again? Alpha Echo Zero, Oscar Popper. Thank you, Brad, from Kansas, 57 Long Island, New York. Thank you, Brad, for the 5-8 Kansas. Merry Christmas and a happy, happy New Year. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Okay, we're 2 hours and 40 minutes into this broadcast. Thank you all very much. I don't think we have much more activity right now. Propagation is moving, I think, east. Let me try one more time. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Okay, we're clear. Whiskey 2 Romeo is going QRT. The home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. And I want to thank very much Kilo 2 Papa for giving me the frequency. It really was golden. 73s, and thank you very much.
Victor Echo 1, Whiskey Zulu.
I got time. Victor Echo 1, Whiskey Zulu. Thank you. 59 Long Island, New York.
You're 59 Nova Scotia.
Beautiful signal from Nova Scotia. Thank you, and a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you. 73s, QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Last call for stations, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5 golden rings, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Romeo.
Hey, Romeo, we got you on 20 meters. We need you on 40 when you get a chance. We said that sure would be appreciated.
Well, sure, I can do that. How does 40 meters look right now? Do we have some path on 40?
Well, I don't know. I just I contacted Sally earlier and told her, I said I got we've had a clean sweep on 20 for 3 or 4 days. We need R and L on 40, and we can't never hear them. I can't see them on 40. I don't know if it is or not. I can find you if you go there, though. I appreciate it.
Okay, no, my pleasure. Let me do that. What frequency would you like me to be on? I'll go to it.
Well, I don't know what's clear. Just I don't know. Just somewhere around. It don't matter. Somewhere around. I don't know. Just somewhere between 175 and 180. 71 or 70. You know what I mean. But between 75 and 80.
I know exactly what you mean. Okay, let me go down there. What is your call?
I'll find you if I can hear you. I promise. I'll find you. I'll say, hey, this is me.
Okay, good. All right, let me go down there. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. We're going to QSY to 40 meters, probably around 7175 to 7180. Whiskey 2 Romeo, 5th annual 12 Days of Christmas. We're QSYing 40 meters.
And thank you so much from NF4Z.
That's NF4 Zulu? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh.
Well, thank you, boy. It's going to be a real good contact.
Okay, here we go. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo. Whiskey 2 Romeo.
November Foxtrot 4 Zulu.
November Foxtrot 4 Zulu. Hey, you sound great, Mike. You're about 15 over.
Hey, you are too. Boy, you booming in here. I appreciate this contact. I need L also. Maybe y'all might have somebody that can do L on 40 meters.
Yeah, Mike, I will. I'm going to go onto the site here. What we do is we use Discord. I'll go on Discord and put that out for us.
Yeah, I just don't want to sound like complaining. There's a 75-meter group that several of us are members of, and we just live for a multi-station special event, and we try to get clean sweeps everywhere we go, and sometimes when you get toward the end, you realize that some of the stations are just not showing up, and that becomes the concern. But I sure appreciate it. I really do.
No, Michael, never mind. We enjoy doing whatever we can to make our customers happy. I say that, but it is in jest. But our pleasure, really. And I haven't spent enough time on 40 because I'm a daytime guy, so that's my issue. But 40 sounds crazy right now. But my pleasure, really, my pleasure. And you're not complaining at all. My home call is Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor. So if there's anything more that I can, if there's anything more that I can do for you, you let me know.
I certainly will. I certainly will. I'm gonna let if you call right here for a little bit there, I'll let 3 of them know right now where you are, and I'd like to get L the same way. If you got somebody like you that would be willing to do L, that sure would be great. Also from NF4Z.
Okay, what I'm going to do right now, I'm standing by. I'm going to go on Discord and put that down. And the L, is that a K4L?
W2L. I got the other one. I got the K. As a matter of fact, Sally was K2L, but I need W2L.
Okay, Michael, good. Let me right now get over there to Discord and see if I can get somebody on the frequency. So you can just stand by if it's okay with you.
Oh, you're a good man. Thank you.
My pleasure. Stand by. This is Whiskey 2 Romeo, standing QRX, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Now, November 4, Alpha Zulu. Yeah, I just put out a message on the Discord site asking a W2L to go on 7175s. Let's see what happens.
I'm on the phone now trying to call one of the other guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Michael, my pleasure. Thank you. 73s.
Well, this is one of my favorite special events. We 13 colonies and the 12 days of Christmas. That's where it all started with us.
I'm still waiting for a response. NF4Z, Whiskey 2 Romeo. Still waiting for a response.
My name is Mike. What's your name? My name is Mike.
Mike, my name is Peter. Pop Echo Tango Echo Romeo.
And you gave me a call sign a while ago. I'll log you in on QRZ if you give me a call sign.
Why not? What the heck? Whiskey 2 Juliet Victor.
Whiskey 2 what?
Whiskey 2 Japan Victoria.
Whiskey 2 JF. Whiskey 2 Juliet Frank.
Juliet Victor, V for victory.
JV like JV football. How about that?
Oh yeah, junior varsity. That's me.
All right. Well, have you met Dave, the guy that's been doing P? Do you know Dave?
No, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Dave. We're all dispersed all over the place like a little army.
Yeah, Dave's call sign is K4CAE. He lives in Columbia. I live in Sumter, South Carolina, but I work in Columbia, and I know Dave real well. He has really poured his heart out for this special event.
Is he one of the stations?
Yeah, he's done P. He's done several of them for Sally. He's done P, and I think he's done P also, and I think he's done 2 or 3 of them actually.
Well, is that Kilo? Was he doing Kilo 2 Papa Stroke 4?
That's him. K4CAE. That's David Livingston.
Oh man, K4CAE. The reason I asked for it, he was on the frequency running up a bunch of stations. He had to take a break. I asked him if I could move in because that was a hot frequency, Mike. I was there about an hour, and then he came back and he said, "No, you can have it. I'm going to go to 14260." Yeah, what a wonderful gesture on Dave's part.
Oh, he's a good guy. I promise you. I think he's a proto guy. I'm being sarcastic when I say this or whatever. I bet he's got 1 million parts and it's probably activated 100,000, right?
Oh man, I'll tell you something. Yeah, he is a professional. I was listening to him and learning from him. He really knows how to run a pilot and still have a smile on his face, Mike.
Oh, he does. I tell you, he's really. I hear him on the local repeater all the time in Columbia when I'm over there, and he's just top shelf.
No doubt about it. By the way, I'm just seeing something. There's a station. There's a W2L/0. He's going on 14277. That's not much good for us, but I'm going to see if I can get him to go over to our frequency here.
He's talking right now on the 2-meter machine. I'm not going to bother him, but he's over there. He's over there talking with his friend right now with the commute back and forth during the day,
Well, man, I'll tell you, when you talk to him, will you just tell him that, and I told him too, but tell him again, I am so grateful. I had my best day ever here of 6 days because he let me have the frequency.
I'll tell him, I promise you, I'll make sure he knows about it.
Oh, yeah, will do. Thank you. That is really nice of you. Thank you. Okay, so I asked does K0 NEB to go on 7175, see if he can move off 20 meters and help us out. Okay, yeah, you've heard a lot of things here, but much too much. All right, 73s. We're going to stop the stream and enjoyed it today. It was really a good day, a lot of nice cues. So 73s, everybody. Okay, we'll end with a little bit of HRU 2024 for those that are in the New York, Long Island area or want to get to this area. '73s from Whiskey 2, Juliet Victor, acting as